globe inside of it, like that massive Earth
I'd have to look.
thing. I don't know. It's weird.
While they're undergoing construction, it's worth looking at because they have ads that are posted on the walls, like construction job site ads.
All right.
Like a picture of a reptilian.
Yes, it's
Please
the same
bear
one.
please bear with this while we remodel down below.
Yes.
And jokes
Down below.
yeah.
Like secret tunnels and
Bit of adjustment here before we get going.
Illuminati headquarters. Shelters. Ooh.
Good to have you back, Will.
Hey, there he is before he got his smackadak.
What happened to him?
He learned not to put stuff on top of a ladder.
Oh, yes.
And then lift the ladder up
And drop it
while
on
still
face.
balancing it on it.
One of the
Carries it.
biggest mistakes I made was backing down a
And
ladder.
until he went to set it down, he
That
was
hurts.
fine. He goes to set the ladder down, and the minute it dropped, the 21-inch flat bar
I need
didn't
more
have a
room
flat
here today.
surface to sit on, and it
let's get
just
comfortable.
came right down and got him.
Thank y'all for joining. We'll get going here in just a second.
There for concussion
All right.
protocol.
There, we're good there. I have
Poor
that chat
kid.
up. That chat
Definitely
up.
be
That chat up.
I'll tell you.
I need this chat.
Don't quit doing
Hi,
stupid
I was
stuff.
beginning to fall asleep. You better not. You better not. I'm just kidding. All right. Let me pop out this chat. Why can't I?
That was me. I was turning the volume down.
Oh, it was on your phone. Okay. And then I need this chat.
Come on.
And then we will. That is last week. Okay. Are we live here? Yeah, we are live. Okay. Let me grab this chat real quick so we can keep up with any live chatters. I don't want to miss anybody this time. Pop that one out, and we should be about ready to go. Clay will be here in a little while. He is currently at church, so he will be joining us shortly. And we are live on YouTube, X, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, Facebook. I don't know if there's anywhere else I can put us. TikTok maybe. Maybe TikTok's
Why
next.
not?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, hermosa? All right, let's see. And I think I'll leave those down there. And we'll pull this up. And I think we're good. Welcome to Schrödinger's Cast, where everything is true and untrue until it is observed. How are you fine gentlemen doing this evening?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. It's great to hear, man.
I'd like to add something to the wheel.
Add to the wheel. Let's add to the wheel real quick. Let's do this. Time for a new keyboard. My keyboard's going out.
It was
wait,
a request from a viewer.
A request from a viewer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
They wanted us to talk about tonight, but I think we'll just put it on the wheel.
We can put. I've been putting everything on the wheel just so that cancel anything that we like. I've even put some funny stuff and small stuff on the wheel just because. Why are you not topics of the day? What's up, Just a Girl?
Hey.
Let's see. There you are. No, that's not it. Why are you not? Let's just add a new one. Screen capture, add source. And I shouldn't have to do all that. What do you want to add to the wheel for today?
The Denver airport.
Denver Airport. Let's see. Let's see here. There we go. All right, Denver Airport. Do you have a link for it or just a...
No, it's just Denver airport conspiracy.
All right, let's add Denver Airport to the wheel, and then we're going to spin the wheel and get started. I can't spell Denver. Denver
D-E-N-V-E-R.
Airport. This is a weird way to type.
It says airpoot.
Airpoot.
I would have left that
I'd
there.
left
The
airpoot.
Denver Airport. All right, did it save that? Let's see. I don't think it did. Denver Airport. All right, good deal.
It says airport.
It says Airport. All right, and then we will begin by spinning the wheel. Thank you, everyone who's here. Feel free to join in the chat. Suggest your own topics or conspiracies or anything you'd like to talk about. And also thank you. Yeah, thank y'all for being here. of course. And if you have anything you want to add to the wheel, or if you want to call in, chime in the conversation, all of those are greatly appreciated. English much? No, I don't English much. English is difficult. I'm not a multitasker.
Spelling
You
English
ask me
is
to do
worse.
one thing at a time, I will do it great. If you ask me to do two things at a time, one of them is going to suffer. And I'm doing 10 things at a time right now, so just help me out. All right.
I love that sound effect.
Thank you. Thank you.
That
Thank
is
you.
Just,
That's
that's
awesome.
I
nice.
did.
Nice touch.
Astra can't handle more than one thing at a time. We know this, Black Ray. We know this. All right, so this is one I found. I have a link for it, but I don't know where it went. But I'm just go Sean Ryan. I can't remember the other guy's name, and then see if I can find a clip of it. I knew this already, but I saw it on the Sean Ryan show. I was like, man, I have to pull that up. Just because I kind of knew it, but I don't think everybody knows how crazy this is. Let's see. Hoping I can just find it in a short and we can watch it. That's the TV speakers is what I need. Sean Ryan. Oh, I spelled Sean wrong. I don't think that's going to help me.
No, because it brought him up.
I think your AI is getting programmed.
Oh, I'm on some lists. I'm on some list. Where is the clip, man? I have it saved somewhere. I think I should go back here. This is it. That's the whole podcast. That's what I didn't want to find. Let's just go to shorts. And then it should be right here. Okay, there we go.
Google Vault.
Okay. And then let me catch up on chats. As long as it's not the Epstein list, I think you're good. So we kind of, I think, so if you weren't here for the Epstein list, there was 1 or 2 episodes where we talked about it, and we kind of all agreed that we're never going to get the result from the Epstein list that we want. There's not going to be any mass arrests. There's not going to be any smoking gun. There's not going to be like a finale. It's just going to be something that just gets never solved, swept under the rug. And it's, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but to go back to it later in time, if there ever is some kind of, real big breakthrough in actual facts, it's all just going to be covered up bullshit. You're not going to get the result that we wanted to get from it. So we just kind of we set it to the side for later.
The result that's being gotten.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to get what we want, but they are, because it's pissing everybody off.
Yeah,
Sure.
And
there's not going to be like
from, preset
eureka
every
moment
time.
where you see, like, we all agreed we wanted to see a line of people with handcuffs being
Sure.
loaded onto a prison bus forever.
Yep.
And we're never going to get that
Guantanamo Bay type.
the closure that we want from that. So we're just we're putting that one on the shelf for later.
It should be done by a firing squad.
Yeah. Bring back firing squad for sure.
Please.
Okay, so this is the idea that this is on the Sean Ryan podcast, which I already kind of knew as being an audiophile and an engineer guy, being in the audio industry for so long. I knew this was possible, but I didn't think about it being possible on this scale until I heard somebody put it into words.
7, it will knock your socks off. There was a CIA computer engineer named Joshua Schulte. He was apparently a disgruntled engineer. He didn't like his boss. He didn't like his coworkers. They didn't like him. So he just downloaded the crown jewels of the Directorate of Science and Technology and sent it all to WikiLeaks in 2017. He revealed that the CIA has developed technologies to, for example, remotely take over your car by hacking into the chip. Why would the CIA want to take over your car? To make you drive off a bridge, maybe? They developed technology to reverse your smart TV to make the speaker into a microphone with the TV still appearing
lawsuits
to
on
be
both of
off.
those.
So you don't know that it's broadcasting everything that's being said in your house to CIA headquarters.
Okay, so you can reverse engineer a speaker to be a microphone. It's just a diaphragm hooked up. It emits sound. It can receive signals as well. It can pick up your voice hitting the diaphragm of the speaker and translate that the other direction. It can be reversed.
Interpret the data
And with
coming
smart
or
TVs,
receiving.
with smart TVs
Up
today,
or down, it's the opposite.
with
Yeah.
smart TVs today, your TV is basically a microphone. Screw your Amazon remote and you're worried about the speaker in it and talking to it. Your TV's a microphone. As long as it's plugged into the wall and has access to the internet, anyone can be listening to your TV in your living room, any TV.
Have you seen? Yes.
I'm not doing. Of course, we already know your phones are listening to us. We already know that. But I mean, I just thought it was entertaining to know that your TV.
It's okay. The phone records, but it's not okay that you watch.
Well, I mean, so if you think of it like when people are like, okay, well, I know that I can't. My phone is always listening to me, or can't always be listening to me. I wanted to kind of bring the attention. It's not just your phone. It's anything that has a speaker, internet access. Anything that has access to the internet, has a camera, a speaker, or any kind of device that can be. Even your Wi-Fi can do it. So
okay, now hold on. Read the YouTube.
Alexa devices, absolutely.
Okay, no, read the next part. Like you're talking about something, and then it pops up on your Amazon ad.
Yes.
Okay, that's in reference like the speakers being able to hear and interpret whatnot. The technology now is that the camera is picking up your retinal, what you like. So you just have to look at it.
I forgot to turn on the lights.
You don't even have to talk about it. So when you're like, oh, I was just thinking about that. It's like mapping your brain waves. That's another one you could put on the wheel.
I didn't have all the lights on. I forgot.
Is how advanced has that gotten to where your little phone is now programmed, and now it's linked with the AI that is self-learning and learning you just by using it. So everything you watch, all the data is there, but now it's your biometric data.
Complete.
And it's whether you give it access or not, it's still there. It's still doing its job.
Yeah.
It may not be sending.
Yeah.
Until the back door gets open through a forced update, or you download an app and you forget to turn off its permissions. Now that app has opened the door, and now it's all done.
I did notice with some of the new updates on the phones, like every time I install or add a new app, it asks me if I want to opt out of the data sharing portion, which it never used to do before. So now they're like obligated to give you an option if you want to opt out of them sharing your data without your knowledge. Yeah, but that doesn't mean to me you're still. Will you kick both those lights on, please? Just hit the bottom button. I'm sorry, thank you. I forgot to turn on the lights on before we started. I do think that there's a digital profile created of you that your shopping habits. When you go to the grocery store and you use your phone to get reward points, they're just logging everything that you buy. They're just keeping a list of your shopping habits.
You're selling it for a discounted price.
So they can give you customized ads. So same thing with your TV. Now the CIA being able to listen to your TV, I don't think they're listening to your shopping habits through your TV. The CIA basically, this gives them a backdoor. Let's say you don't have your phone on, you don't have anything. If they can just go into your TV, turn on just the speakers of your TV. I mean, that's how they caught the mob back in the day. They turned on their speakers of their phone. Yeah. But just thought it was a fun one.
Way more technical now. Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Yeah. So it says like you're talking something. Yeah, exactly. The ad thing. I know the ad thing works. I tested this theory a couple years ago, like probably 8 years ago, when they were talking about your phones listening to you. Because I think it was right when either my daughter was being born or I was getting married at the time, that certain ads kept popping up on my Instagram and Facebook for diapers and rings when I hadn't done anything yet, just talked about it. So I knew right away, I was like, hey, there's some validity to this. And then I tried to test it, and I basically just a couple hours a day would just say the same words into my phone. I was talking about rigid drills. I don't have rigid. I didn't buy rigid. And I was like, rigid drills, impact drills, rigid drill set. And then about a month later, all my feeds were ads for rigid tools. So yeah. It's just
something similar.
Oh yeah, you can test it out.
I was talking about needing a new washer and dryer.
AI,
and then literally the next day it was like $50 dryer, $150 dryer.
Yeah,
get a new dryer.
AI takes all hertz from voice to mind waves. I heard. Oh, that's an interesting idea. The actual beyond what your actual spectrum of voice, the sound frequency, beyond that. There was I remember there being a thing about the Apple EarPods being able to read your brainwaves back in the day. But when you take them apart and you actually reverse engineer them, there's not any technology in there that could do that unless there's somehow it's done on the other end. Which is possible. It's possible. Watch the movie Quiz 2020. I will add that to my movie list. Let me pull up my movie list.
Probably very probable.
I thought that was a good one. A good one to start off with. Go ahead. And you can we'll all give a couple, whatever you want to add on to it, and then we'll go down the line and we'll see if the cat's alive or dead or in the box on this one. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be
Operation Mockingbird.
We talked about that.
Yeah. There you go. It's
the same thing.
Same thing. It's still going on.
And this is just talking about our CIA. There are other countries that you could say whatever you want about what our FBI, CIA, or what their boundaries, legal limitations, how often they break or bend them, and their moral compasses. But keep in mind, there's other countries that have these same groups of three-letter.
They're all doing it,
and they may not have a moral compass or a
laws.
legal obligation to not do it.
You've heard George Carlin. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a big club. It's not just in our country.
Let me pull up.
It's
Okay, I gotta get
worldwide.
I forgot to get the.
And COVID proved it.
Let me get the.
Every
I want
country
to make sure I'm
fell
not
in
missing any
line.
Facebook chat.
Lockstep, just like the
Hold on,
Vatican dictated.
she said, Black
People-
Ray says, "Oh my God, watch The Need."
People,
I have seen
Thinks
Mercy.
what it
I've
was.
seen
It
Mercy
came
a couple
from them.
times.
They
Even
said
showed it to my
lockdown.
kids. Great movie. I'm gonna start
movie?
at a Mercy. It's the new Chris Pratt movie where he's basically all trial. But if you're like 90-something%, guilty, they just know beyond a shadow of a doubt. They send you to an AI court instead of a personal court. It's just an AI, and you have to convince the AI you're innocent in an hour and a half, or you die.
Awesome.
It's a great movie. Me and my daughter watched it together.
that sounds
You said
like
it's
the
called Mercy?
2026 version.
It's
of
called Mercy,
1984.
Okay.
In the Mercy Court.
I'm gonna have Mercy.
It's
Court.
really good. It's a good movie. I love it. I love anything Chris
I'm gonna have
Pratt
to check it
does,
out.
pretty much. Hold on.
that's
I sent
interesting.
you a
Hold on.
reminder to watch it.
Go
Demon
ahead.
Ducky, you are the absolute best. Hey, what's up, Gum 2? Welcome
Hey,
back.
come to.
Let me pull this back over here so I can see chats better. And then, let me pull this back on this screen. I was trying to clear some space to make sure everything's working properly. I think we're up and going. Clay will be here shortly. He's just at church, so as soon as he gets done with church, he'll be joining us. What's up, John? Nice to see you. I got some people from the gaming channel making it over. Great to see you guys, man. Awesome. Black Ray, and it's based like 5 years in the future, so I'm betting they put it into a movie. Prepare us for when they actually incorporate AI into courts. Just to like sidecar on that.
Groundwork's
There
already being
there is
laid.
something I did put on the wheel that is about a complete AI school system in California. The paperwork they're trying to go through it, where it is a AI teacher and a AI school district with very little human actual moving parts. So we're talking about an AI teaching academia of just AI as a teacher. They're going through Supreme Court litigation right now, trying to get it to be a thing. But yeah, you're looking at the possibility, especially with teachers doing things that are illegal with kids. A lot of that going on. That they're saying, well, there'll be none of that if we had AI
preventative.
teachers, which is kind of crazy.
But then there wouldn't be no going to school then.
I mean, I believe that you can learn from anything, even from mistakes. You can self-teach. I think there's a way to learn from anything. I'm not going to fully discredit AI as a bad teacher until it's put into practice, and you see that 100 years of research on it. You know what I mean? You don't know, but I can say that there are amazing teachers in this world. My parents are two of them, and there's also some absolutely horrible teachers in this world that probably shouldn't be teaching.
I think the AI teaching thing would be a good and a bad thing, because would AI recognize the person's individual level of teaching? Or
You can
how
learn
they
at your own pace much
comprehend?
quicker if you were. Yeah,
This is where definition of words need to be agreed upon. There's a difference between a teacher and an instructor.
Thank you, Demon.
Sure.
And a AI is an instructor.
Yeah.
There's no emotional brought to it.
Yeah, but there is
Speaking of what
emotion
is-
and passion when it comes to things like
Hold on.
arts, literature. There has to be that
The
emotion, passion, even
intuition.
math. Yeah,
The-
engineering, passion. There's
Just
no passion.
because an
Yeah.
AI can recognize that little kid and that little kid and that little kid all have the same frowny faces, they must be being beat at home.
Okay, but could
Or
we?
maybe there's things that you pick up on that it is
Too much of a
what's
risk.
inside of us. And it's
Can we agree on this part?
Go ahead.
Let's say that instead of the important, or the abstract things, what about the core basic shit? 1 + 1 = 2. Would you trust an AI to teach that to first graders?
Sure.
Okay. Something simple, not like
don't mind logic-based
trigonometry and the
computer
passion behind
teaching logical
rocket
mathematics.
science and stuff like that.
Basic curriculum.
Yeah, basic, general, nothing like electives, nothing, just basic stuff that you could learn if you
Teaching
just
the
picked up a book.
information,
Yeah.
but
Basic
they're
information
in
with
the
no-
classroom
with no
or in there
bias.
with no. I'm not okay with a computer teaching my child.
No,
period.
because
Well, I mean,
still-
there's 1,000 kids out there
I'm
right
not
now learning
okay
off
with
their iPad.
most
So
teachers today teaching my child.
I will be really
because
into it.
teaching today are instructors because the government has set the guidelines. Teaching has changed,
yeah.
and a lot there's a lot, and education has changed.
I will be really, really interested to see the long-term effects of iPad kids. I really will.
Man, just look at the
Now,
cell phone
if
generation.
they grow up and their job is to stare at a screen, they're going to be the best employee there is. But
and what's the point of the
Like video
corporations?
games.
I mean,
they don't want
all of
me.
my jobs, I stare at a screen.
I can't
so
get a job.
I was an iPad
work
kid.
with my
though.
hands.
All right, let me catch up on these real quick. Okay, so yeah, Mercy is based like 5 years in the future, so I'm betting they put into a movie to prepare us. Yes, yeah, Gum doesn't think it's too much of a risk. Absolutely, and then also like you're also putting a lot of faith in the fact that the AI wouldn't make a mistake or do something like the safeguards. I don't think are trustworthy right now or ever really, because I mean, like
if the whole thing would slow down,
if it's not being observed by a person, an actual person at all times of each individual kid, which I wouldn't agree with unless there was a human element involved, which then you might as well just have a teacher.
Well, what is it? There's some Netflix movie that's talking about that concept of a child being born and raised. Mother. Put that on your list.
Mother's good. I've seen Mother.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, CIA speakers, we can remove that. That was a good one. That was a little small one I put on there. Obviously, you can see the wheel has gotten very thick. I like a thick wheel. If you want to add anything to the wheel, you can put it in chat or just message us on any platform that it's on, and we'll add things to this. If you have a video link, I can add that video link to it. And then some of these are a lot longer subjects than others. Some of them are just funny videos. So anything you send us to react to will be on this wheel.
The slices got thinner.
The slices definitely got thinner. It's a big wheel. It's a big wheel.
That sounds like a song.
Hey, okay. And without fail, here is our first spam on Kick tonight.
Thank you, Spam.
We're gonna
Thanks for joining us.
He's just trying to reach out.
Hey,
He's like,
homie.
hey, man, don't down talk me. I can help you out.
Hey, homie.
Frank clicks
man.
and said,
Look
hey,
what I can do
homie,
for
hey,
you."
homie, I can share your stream in a Kick community, help you get 1,000 followers. All I need is $1,500 per stream. Does he want that?
No, man,
earn
he's going to
50,
help us earn that.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going to get banned first.
He needs to go, put him over there in the same category with the Nigerian prince.
Put him on the wheel.
Nigerian
Put him on the
Prince
wheel.
is emailing me, wants to give me $1 million. All I got to do is marry his daughter first and send him my firstborn or something like that.
And your social.
And my social, yes. Pick without
Watson
fail.
and Co vote for
Spam
you.
session. All right. Well, let me catch up on everything. We got spin this wheel again. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It also raises the question: would an all AI teacher school raise generations of kids who form bonds like romantic ones with AI? Would you idolize them? Would you start creating a romantic idolization with them?
I think
if
that's
you were
already
raised
happening.
by robots.
I think that's already happening.
Yeah, they have.
I
it.
think
It's already happening.
The
Yeah,
attachment's already
that's
there.
based.
It's already coming. I think
100%.
that cat's like way out of the box.
I mean, if you think about it, the AI is just, it's a tool that is being taught to act like a human and always please and never disappoint, which is what most people are looking for in other people. And I think being disappointed in other people and finding failures in relationship is a big part of learning and growing in life. Like you have to learn those things.
The desire to learn.
And if you have
grow
a
is
relationship with something that's never going to disappoint you, fail you, or tell you anything, you never did anything wrong,
that's designed to feed that.
that is like those moms that raise the kids that never say no or some shit. All right, spin
That's
the
weird.
wheel. You guys have a Discord? I do have a Discord. I don't.
Oh man, okay.
We barely missed it last.
Shit, where's Clay at?
week,
Where's Clay at? We
Hurry
don't
up,
have a
Clay.
Discord yet. I need to set one up,
You
Ray.
may need to. I don't know. That needs to be when we're both here.
Hold on, I think he walked up. Let me see. Let me check the security cameras. The CIA are also watching. Okay, that's the neighbor.
And your local police department through their new flock.
Flock
Oh
cameras,
wait, that's the
flock
camera across the
cameras.
street.
We did talk about flock cameras.
Bro, I'm done. Like, it's over. It's over.
All right, this is recent because I think I put this
But I'm
on
gonna
there.
be a
Uh,
apocalyptimist. I love that term, and that's a shout out to Jay Dreamers. He came up with it.
he definitely needs to make it. I need to make a Discord page. Hey, thank you, Demon Ducky. Earth's okay. This is something recent. This is July, and that's last year. I saw the reason I put this on here was it's going to flip soon. I think. Let me find out where I found this from. It might be on X.
Says it's slowing in rotation.
Okay, that's from July from CNN. Let's see what this is. Where's the most recent news? Let me do this because I know I read this like a week ago, and that's why I put it on here. Okay, this was posted in February. This is on physics.org. When Earth's magnetic field took its time flipping. That looks like it's posted then 3.5 billion years ago. Where is the actual video? Okay, so Earth's core. The video I saw is probably on my X account. I didn't add the link here. Let me find it real quick. Well, I forget things, buddy. I forget things.
Like
Don't look at any of these because there's going to be spoilers. Let's see. Is that it?
You scroll way too fast for me to even be able to see.
Good. Okay, it's going to be on my other one.
kind of 1 minute YouTube link.
Cancer's been cured. We got to look into that one. Oh, I've been saving that. That's on the wheel. Okay, some of these we went into
What is
already.
that? What's the zombie movie?
The zombie
Like,
movie?
how many of those are because they cured cancer? That's like the red flag, man.
Yo, man.
What's around the corner?
Okay.
Speaking about, CIA programming.
I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna have to look for it. He definitely
That's
okay.
pretty, man. That background.
Yeah, right. I like it.
That's nice.
Auto generates. This is my
Is it real?
my browser that it blocks. Look, at the time I've been using this, it's blocked 416,000 ads and trackers.
That you totally signed up to want to have.
Absolutely, I can't wait to have them. Well, thank you for the follow on X, Demon Ducky. Earth's core flipping. Let's just do this. Oh, it's right here. Right there. Okay, so 2026. I'll just read the first article that pops up, and then we'll get into it to see if I can find out why. Or
There's a minute video if you just go to videos.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like
Click videos
several
up there.
down. Earth's inner core.
Is it
Why
recent?
rotating it in reverse?
That was December 7th. That's pretty recent. Let's just see what it says, and then we'll go from there. Unmute you. Hey, stop it. My fingers are too big for this fucking keypad.
So we got
Stop
to read
it.
this.
I can't touch the volume. Hold on, my fingers are too big. Oh, my pinky. All right, there we go.
That blows my mind every time. It happens every
okay.
three. It happens every
When was this
300,000 years. But
Okay,
the last
Earth's
time it
magnetic
happened
pole
was
flips every-
789,000.
Earth's
It's like,
magnetic.
what? What?
Okay, hold on. Okay, I barely use X. Also followed Kit because I forgot. Well, thank you for following all the channels. It's such appreciated. Very much so. Thank you.
But-
Earth's poles flip every 300,000 years. Do we know exactly what happens when they flip? Anybody got any hypotheses?
Well, if I
weather
flip completely, I land
modification.
back on my feet. So.
Weather modification.
I should specify that
Oh,
of
wait,
the people in the room.
we need to take it serious because China built a dam and they had blocked up so much water
I
on their
should
side of the planet. They
specify,
lopsided.
I'm the
it. So
only
something's-
round Earth believer in the room at the moment. So, does when the
Man,
Earth's
okay,
core
all right.
flipped, is it like flipping a coin, like flipping a flat Earth?
I picture it more like.
I gave you paper.
Centric.
I gave you paper and pen, buddy.
I know. But
centric.
if I had a ball,
Okay,
Same
A
thing.
ball?
just there, camera. Ball.
I mean, it's
all
a-
right.
there you
Look,
go.
look. There you go.
There you go. There's a ball.
There's a ball.
Okay.
Oh, it's a whole thing and eyeball.
Okay.
Illuminati confirmed.
Okay.
Sorry,
You're good.
I got a ball in my hand. This is the Earth.
Yeah.
So you kind of picture it like we would
Off
like a
axis,
stick,
yes.
stick going through like in our models.
Yeah.
Right? And like take a big magnet and you put a magnet up to it. It's going to start doing this.
Yep.
And that's from an outer pole. An inner pole will be something changing or shifting inside that's going to cause, and it's going to start to do
I
this.
looked at every message, Demon.
And this is just one theory as to the apocalypse. Every culture has their own. This is modern science. This is 2026 version of an apocalypse, that what happened and wiped out the Aztecs. It could have been this.
Oh.
It could be that we're on
And how long was that?
How long?
every 300,000 years.
300,000 years ago. Was the last one.
Oh, bro, it's Astronauts.
Yeah, it's an astro.
Oh, I did not mean
My daughter got that for my birthday.
I saw it from the back.
It lasers. It puts laser stars on lasers on the ceiling on it, it makes the whole room like a stars.
Hey, you a good dad, bro.
Like a galaxy.
That is cool.
Go with the Earth. Last core flip.
Don't point that thing at me.
I'll flip your core.
Thanks for reverberating my sound waves, bro, and reading my wavelengths.
Okay, well, I did not spell flip. Okay, Earth's last magnetic core reversal, the
How did they know?
Tuiyama Brunhes reversal, occurred approximately 773,000 years ago to 786,000 years ago. While a full reversal takes thousands of years, a temporary partial reversal known as a Lambschamp excursion took place roughly 41 to 42,000 years ago. What exactly happens? I have to know. I
Well,
have to know.
does anybody know? Because, 700 and something thousand years ago. How is that recorded? How do we know?
Well, you've heard of Pangea, like
Yeah.
the original continents.
History should know about Pangea.
So you have Pangea. Something happened that separated them.
I would imagine it affects
Sure.
A
compasses.
pole shift,
Earthquakes.
magnetic. It's
That's
going
when
to
they're bite
tear
of the lemon cookie.
That's going to push. In if I understand, if I remember, not understand, remember. Clay needs to explain his
yeah.
side.
So hold on. I heard
that's
from.
tectonic
I don't mean the
plates,
side.
right?
It's just like you've got the crust on the outside, the inner, you got the inner core, the mantle on the mantle, and then crust. I don't remember the layers. I just remember the image that
Oh
we all
my! We
saw
have
in
to have
school.
everything visual, guys. Come on.
Anyway, the inside liquid is moving
That run
and it's changing.
far
It
right
changes.
top.
It affects. There you go. That's where we grew up.
Okay.
Crust mantle. Yeah, outer core, inner core.
Okay. Real quick, I heard from some YouTuber. I want to say Lindsay Nicole, but I feel like it's wrong. Say not much will happen, and your compass will just be backwards. And then this person also said it affects compasses.
Well,
Thank you, Black Ray. Thank you, Gum.
it's going to affect the compass because it's magnetic. So if you're magnetic, and they've been tracking the magnetic north is moving, and people have all different theories and ideas. The end result, like something's going to happen.
All right,
Like,
here's a little
something's
short that should
coming.
explain it
Did
for
you
us.
know deep beneath
There
our
you go.
feet, Earth's inner core is doing something extraordinary?
Extraordinary.
Discovered in 1936, this solid metal ball usually spins independently from our planet's rotation. But recent findings have thrown us a curveball. It started moving backward compared to its usual direction. Seismic studies where scientists analyze earthquake waves have revealed these surprising changes. Why does this matter? Well, this shift could influence Earth's magnetic field, which protects us from solar radiation and affects everything from our GPS systems to animal migration.
Okay, hold on. Solar radiation, animal migration, and solar flares. That's not a good thing.
Why they would just go
Well, because
opposite.
we weren't, the civilization we were last time it flipped. Well, I guess we weren't. Was there even people?
Do we know?
I don't know. When was the last time you said
Well-
700,000 years ago? But there wasn't people then, was there? A million years ago?
Oh man, no.
Hey, that's a long time period. I can't
Aliens.
fathom that.
Aliens.
What a massive. That's start.
I mean, I'm just asking a dumb question for a dumb answer.
that's
That's
fine.
how my brain works.
You got to talk about
Early
evolution.
human ancestors were present at 1 million years ago. Homo sapiens, not yet evolved. Homo erectus thrived during the walking upright. Okay, so
Now you have
according to
to-
the theory of evolution,
There you go.
there is
Well worded.
people a million years ago.
migrations. This backward movement isn't just a random event. It's part of a complex, cyclical pattern that spans decades,
I like that
showing
word,
us
cyclical.
just how dynamic our planet really is. The inner core's dance could potentially lead to significant changes in the magnetic field's strength and orientation, impacting not just technology, but also the natural world. To learn more about our Earth's core, watch our full YouTube video. Did you
Okay.
know deep beneath
So,
our
Okay, go ahead. That's
the idea that it's flipping. I mean, if it takes 40,000 years, or not, at least it takes a couple 100,000 years. It basically they're saying there's evidence that it's starting to flip, and we won't even be alive to see the result of it.
possible. Yeah.
So I mean,
Or it could happen right now.
I mean,
Because it's way overdue.
I mean, they said it.
And we're seeing signs.
Yeah, but
It's going to happen.
I mean, you're talking like less than a couple
But
thousand years
realistically,
that we've
there you
even been
go.
paying attention. They even knew it existed was 100-something years ago. So, to sit there and say that, we know it's going to flip and it's going to, and like, I
They
guess
don't know
I can
anything.
entertain the idea that it's been flipping and we noticed we had a core and then figured out it's been flipping. We don't know exactly where in that timeline we are in the flip.
I don't believe anybody can actually these scientists agree what the core is made of and how it works.
That's
Because
very
you can prove in our own science labs and you can recreate other ideas. There's other theories out there, not just the globe on how this would work.
YouTube comments. Sorry. If you're on YouTube,
Because-
I'm coming. I'm sorry.
Because
I mean, TikTok. I mean, Twitch. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Facebook. Continue.
English.
I don't know words tonight. I don't know words. I'm distracted.
I just want to know how non-verbal humanids from 1 million or 2 million years ago could translate what happened then. Like, how do you know? How did it come down?
They didn't know. All I knew was
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is that
and-
data 711,000 years ago? How is that even
it's estimations.
of what?
They are
like our
logical
carbon,
hypotheses.
like how
Okay,
they
okay,
carbon
all right,
date.
hold on,
They
sorry.
do the
Like,
experiment.
let me catch up.
Carbon
So these
dating's
were,
wrong too. You know what I mean? So it's not
These
that long
were
ago.
comments I missed. And
70,000 years ago? Sure.
Let me pop this out here. I'm so sorry. Real quick.
Verbal.
Nope.
711,000 years ago.
Stop.
How is that even?
Stop. First of all, Mom, no. Okay, Chase says, I always look forward to seeing, to going to my fine teachers' classes. Absolutely. Empathy? Yeah, exactly. How would AI teach empathy? I'm sorry, I got to go back to this real quick.
Sorry.
Not all kids learn the same. All kids
that
can be
song.
coached with the same methods. Yes. I thought you were going to play the videos that we sent you because I sent you 2 already. I don't know if I can play the ones you sent me, Chase.
All right, hold on real quick.
I
Chase,
don't know if I
your
can play the ones you sent me, bro.
on his not all kids learn the same, all kids can't be coached with the same methods. I have seen
Agree.
things that are supportive that is actually something that the education is working into, and they're actually, it's really fascinating. Like they're taking that's a big topic. Like
Yeah,
in my
but
opinion,
I
from what
agree
I've
with
seen.
them. I agree with them.
Oh, it's
Like,
a
it's-
statement for sure.
yeah, that
I just like,
statement is-
hey, I believe this is coming, and there are signs that there are people involved that are like, yo, slow down. This needs to be considered. So that's not something, in my opinion, that
Let me get
coming,
you.
but
I apologize immensely, Facebook. Let me get to where I can see your guys' chats in real time. I do apologize.
and Clay helps out with that, man. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to look at
I
the
can't do
shoulder.
everything at once, and
I can't
I'll let you guys
see that
talk, and
far.
I'm just not going to talk because that will allow me to do more of the production, which is what we need. Y'all go right ahead on the
skip back to
flipping
top.
Earth core.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go to talk about the flipping core Earth thingy, and I'll figure this out. How do we feel about early civilizations was actually nonverbal? Answer this question. How do we feel? How do
I don't
we
want
know?
to talk about the globe.
How do we know? How do we know that early civilizations was actually nonverbal? How do we know that?
I believe they were actually
YouTube told me.
telepathic.
They maybe clicks. I don't know. Maybe they were considered nonverbal.
Gum
because
says radiometric dating, and messages are not showing up or lagging. No, I didn't have chat up for Facebook. I just didn't have it up. I don't want to explain it right now. Just a girl.
So
Message me, I'll explain it.
weren't some of the first earliest
hello, Mom.
hominids that we
I can
know
see you
of
now.
is
I can
from
see you in real
Africa,
time. Yes,
correct?
ma'am. Thank you for my shirt, by the way.
I don't.
And
my
then,
shirt?
and then they went to Asia and Europe.
Thanks, Mom.
So what?
Yes.
Mom, I'm really getting
thought
tired
it
of
was
seeing
funny.
these shirts
Thank you,
without
Mom.
one on my body. I really want one of those shirts.
$29.99. You can get one too, bud.
I'll pay you back. Just find them for me.
Let's go.
I do like that.
Okay, that's why. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's a cool shirt.
I was thinking. I think they may have been verbal, just with a dead language.
No
I like that. I agree
language.
with that.
Well, yeah,
Like
we've had languages.
sounds, clicks. There's plenty still, I think.
The Aborigines in Australia, I think, is who you're talking about,
And
I can't
I'll let you
African.
guys-
or Africa.
Yeah, sure. Still some.
We
use
had
that.
a.
Like
it
it's
was
still in some of their names. Like they'll say like kind of a name and then a click or three or or a grunt. I don't know. Like I've heard it.
There we go.
What's that tribe that's still not civilized? No, the one that like if you go to their island, they kill you.
Aborigines. The Aborigines, is that what you're talking about?
No, I don't think that's the
There's a tribe of people that are still
uncivilized.
I guess you could use that word. I can find you shirts cheaper than that. Thank you, Mom.
All right, real quick on
You've given me the idea to create our own shirts where with phrases and things that got from the show. And instead of buying shirts, we just need to be making our own shirts and wearing them on the show. And then you can buy our shirts. You could buy our shirts. Would you like to buy our shirts? You should buy our shirts. The first thing we're definitely coming out with before anything else and before winter hits, we have to have beanies with tinfoil interlacing. Tinfoil hats with fashionable beanies. I think it's a genius idea. We need to do it.
Sentinelese, people of North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean, the world's most isolated, uncontacted tribe. They have rejected almost all contact with outsiders for thousands of years, responding to visitors with hostility, which we know for a fact. One guy, because it showed the video, one guy getting his head hacked. And that was it. The video cut out. I think they started tripping out and the boat turned around and they took off, left that old dude there.
Okay, before we get too lost,
Earth's core.
we're on the idea of the Earth core flipping, and because of that, we got into the idea of the language and the ancient peoples. Black Ray says Zulu language in Africa is the sounds. That's the clicking.
Thank you.
Okay, so Gum said brain cranium lacked speech area and mouth structure. So way back a million years ago, we take an educated guess on what species can and can't speak. So
Just
the brain
educated guess.
function and speech
humans
area
believe
was
in
not
man.
fully structured to be able to form like the sounds we make. They're very good point, man. Very good point,
Thank
Gum. North Sentinel Island is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I said
Yep.
that.
Thanks, Gum.
Sentinelese are who they are. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thank you for that.
So I'll say this because we have some conspiracies that we're going to come across, or just events or ideas that we can't. Like the one that we have, that's that the Earth is going to lose gravity in August of 2026. Those we're going to put on our calendar, and we're going to give our thoughts, our hypothesis on them, and then when they, we're going to be like, I think it's either cat's alive, dead, or in the box, and then when they happen, we can actually go back and say, who was correct, who was incorrect. We can prove them to a point to say. I think with the Earth core flipping, we can, compile data and take our educated guesses, but none of us are going to be alive when it happens. So I don't think it's like something we could actually prove.
So here's a theory, maybe.
Not that theory on the poll.
Well, maybe.
I can't. In my lifetime, I'm not going to pull out my compass and all of a sudden, instead of pointing north, it's going to point south. Is that a thing that could happen?
I was in the
No.
garage teaching my boy, like we were playing with the compass. Walked by the magnet fishing magnets hanging up from their hooks.
Yeah.
Separate. And the compass goes, woo. And I was like, yo, it's Stranger Things. You remember when Dustin's out in the woods and following the compass to find the magnetic field?
It's
an orientation.
I will take that bet. I take that bet. I like that. He's betting $50. Gum is betting $50. It does not flip. And we'll put that in the books. If in the lifetime of this show, anyone want to take that bet against Gum?
I will join you with the $50 that
He's gonna join
it
your
will
side,
not
okay.
happen.
You want to take you want to go on the opposite side of this and take Gum's bet that it will flip?
That's both of our
If there's
bets
going to
now.
be a pole flip.
Yeah, in our lifetime, but at least in the show's lifetime.
That's a $50 times 2 bet.
I don't believe in a pole flip the way that's.
I guess everybody here agrees with you, Gum. All right.
Thank you, right, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for the input as well. I have a penny to add if it doesn't flip. It doesn't flip.
Hey, be careful with that. Penny for your thoughts. Your thoughts
I
way
love it.
more
I love it.
valuable.
Thank you, Demon Ducky.
At least 2 pennies.
All right. I guess we go back to the wheel.
Pins
We're going to
on the
remove that
Richard.
off there. I would say with this one, I'm going to leave this cat in the box because there's
you.
no way I can prove or disprove.
And we
There's
need
no
somebody
way I
else
can.
here.
And
All
you
the
leave it on the
scientific
wheel.
data, as much as the science guy that I am, all the scientific data on the planet can't prove something today that's going to for sure happen 100,000 years in the future, 50,000.
But maybe
years
it
in the
just
future.
means an Earth reset or a healing type thing.
We can't.
Maybe it won't affect
And
us
I would
at
need
all.
to know more information about like the past and like exactly like, if it happened 700,000 years ago, how do we know that?
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's dated back to that specific hundred of thousands of years
It seems
ago.
like creating a math problem to go in the future and then reversing it to go backwards and saying, okay, it must have happened then. That's what it sounds like to me.
In the pursuit of truth, you're gonna find out.
And then Black Ray put 6 cents on it as well.
6 cents.
And yes, I have looked at every single comment, so I didn't miss a single thing, Demon. All right, we're going to remove the Earth's core has flipped, and we're going to spin again. See if
we're moving right along today.
Is our other party here? This is I want to keep it like this because then when I go back and I edit this stuff, it makes it easier on me because every time I see the wheel pop back up, I'm like, okay, new clip. So.
Good way to manage the ADD.
Yeah,
man.
ADD.
Well
Have you guys or will I be talking? We're willing to talk about cryptozoology and ghost. Yes, I will add.
Absolutely.
I can add both of those to the wheel right now.
Ghost for sure.
And
I'm down.
as a person myself that does not believe in ghosts, I'm down for that. I'm gonna put in here also Gum suggested this one.
We will. If we get to ghosts and I can't go get that picture, we will come back to that one because I have a picture.
Cryptozoology.
Thanks.
I have a picture.
Pepper. That's an interesting topic.
Thank you very much, Gum.
Cryptozoology.
Okay.
It's going to land on cryptozoology.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Coffee shop. Hey,
I just came across that one. It's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. This is
I have no clue what that is.
This is the one I had right here, I think. Let's see. Is it? No, it's on here. I thought this was fascinating. And so when we talk about the depths of AI and like its ability and where it's actually at, screw, making videos and whatever else and your whatever you think, this is the danger side for me when it comes to AI and what it's being used for. I believe it's right. Is it on the other one?
Down here.
It is on the other one.
Down there.
Was it?
No, I was just saying that.
Okay.
Because you kept on scrolling.
All right. This one's kind of crazy. And this is actually being used in real time. So, yeah, I'll just play it and you guys.
Oh, I did see this.
It is monitoring everyone's work at their job, what they're doing, how long they're, working, what they're doing, how many cups they've made, how long of a break they've taken, how long they've been doing each task, tracking them in real time data.
This has been going on a long time.
I agree. I think this has been going on a lot longer than you think.
Olga's not doing well.
I will say
You
without
don't think this is valuable information for a corporation like Lowe's,
a large amount of
Starbucks.
companies and corporations, which one I work for, has moved to full AI. Even scheduling, everything is done through AI now. The larger companies are putting a lot of their money into AI. Employee management, I'm pretty sure when I get fired, it'll be by AI.
Olga's on her phone. That's why she's only made 3 cups of coffee today. She's on her phone right now. 3 cups of coffee.
Oh, so it's replacing in-person micromanagement. Exactly. It is just digital micromanagement.
And a step back in time from that comment, man, it takes back a proper, a team.
Again, I will say
the whole job thing
in the argument against and for AI, I will say this. I believe it's a tool. Used improperly can be worse than the current situation we have. Used correctly or can be beneficial. How many people have had a boss that do a good job at their job, but their boss is such a bitch it makes the whole job worse? Probably a lot of people. What is how many people had a great boss and you had a job you hated and you stayed there working longer because the boss was so awesome? Those are human elements. You know what I mean? If your boss was AI, I think it would go strictly on performance. And that's not a terrible thing for the bottom dollar of a capitalist
And that's what
business.
it comes down to.
Okay.
It should be, though.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well.
Where else
I
do you
spent
think
a long time taking care of my family by treating people respectfully. I didn't need to make all the top dollar I could make off of every job I did. That little old lady couldn't afford to pay me to do that job. Okay, go do the job. I knew she offered $20. I happily take that $20 and go home. And that took care of my family.
Yeah, because it's better
I could
than
have chased that
nothing.
dollar. And I worked with guys and they would branch off or they'd go do their stuff and I'd watch them. And they'd make it a year, 6 months, a year. One dude made it 4 years. And it's just they don't last. You can't chase the greed and the dollar. And this is what, in my whole, the AI, I didn't ask for it. You didn't go, ooh, I want the computer. All right, I take that back, Astro.
I'm still waiting for my Neuralink.
You might have been the one that sent out. You might have been the one that sent the brain waves out.
Do you know how easy I could run this podcast if I had a Neuralink? I mean, I wouldn't even think about it. I could just think and it would just do it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you feel? How do you react naturally? Like, do you like things being forced on you, pushed on you?
Depends on what it is.
Even subtly.
I was about to say the same thing. Depends what it is.
Depends on who it is. No, I mean,
Everything.
not necessarily.
Everything.
Now I'll say this: in my own personal experience, I've had things forced on me that I didn't want that ended up being beneficial for me, whether I liked it or not. That's a part of life.
Okay.
Okay.
AI is not beneficial for life.
Okay.
The way it's
Debatable, but
being
yeah,
used,
I agree.
The way it's being used. We're using it instead to create kill lists in another country
It's gonna backfire.
and a target list.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what we're using it for.
Yeah. I will say, okay, so also with that, I mean, if it's in some aspects, I have seen a couple of news articles pop up lately of AI incorrectly identifying people and then being arrested and even held on false identification from
that's
AI
how
methods.
you got to get the laws
Isn't China
written.
mostly a surveillance state where their cops don't even leave the station? They let all the cameras do the work, and then they go and grab it that way.
It's a social credit system.
Yeah, so I
This is part of
kind of
your
agree with
social
that.
credit score.
Hey, what's up, Cece's mom? Hey,
Well,
no
and that
worries.
was the other thing.
No
Hold on.
worries. Thank you for being here.
On the
Real quick,
AI.
go ahead. Sorry.
One of the AI company group had put all their stuff out there and it's like, hey, yeah, use my stuff free.
Open source. Open source.
And then what happened when he closed it? And you go and you look, and it's like when he gathered all that, built his new AI system off of everybody's work, and that's his proprietary information because you used his software. He owned all of it and built his new system. And now, like a month later, they've got AGI as of 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Like the next step's already here.
Yep.
That was forecast.
I will say
AI 2027.
We're on the topic.
Faster.
I think it's already
It's accelerated.
I think it's already too late to close that box of AI. It's 100% too late. So whatever we did, you're just along for the ride at this point. I really do believe that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that is
it's
the
a
truth.
watch
And the
and
only
see
way
moment
out
right now, right?
Gum says this is going to backfire bad. Anytime computers or shortcuts are set to calculate productivity, it's backfired. The mouse movements, the mouse thing is diabolical. Keystroke or keyloggers, all of that. Police going after books and not gaining trust with the public. Minority Report sounds like a good movie to bring up. Very good movie to bring up in this expanded conversation. A state of surveillance. You talked about the flock cameras. We talked about everything. Like I think that the AI is just going to get better, and the more it gets better, the more that's going to be used, whether we want it to or not. And fortunately, like we talked about this. I don't remember which episode. It might have been the first season we did. We talked about that Black Mirror episode, where like a social grading system where you're constantly monitored by AI either through your phone or public cameras, and everything that you do that affects the civilization negatively, you get a score on it, which I think they're already kind of doing in China. You can't ride the bus if your score is too low. They don't let you use public transportation.
How many millions of homeless they have because they've been kicked out of society?
Well, if you remember when we talked about this on the other or last season about the China, it was also the same episode we brought up the mobile crematoriums. Some people were disappearing and they had mobile crematoriums. And we talked about the homeless population going down, and they had vans that were a crematorium van. Kind of a weird thing to touch on, but yeah.
There's a lot of rabbit holes to go down.
Yeah.
So this is why I don't believe it would work. Like in this scenario right here that we're watching.
If I'm gonna be great,
and the reason is why is because you can count on these people working the way it's supposed to be. But what you can't count on is behavioral patterns from the people that are buying.
No, but right now they're using this. Okay.
Do you see what I mean? Like
this version is being put out there to be used to companies like, hey, okay, sorry.
I can increase productivity if you buy my product.
And right now, what's being sold is, hey, I can monitor who's doing what as far as productivity, like you said.
Yeah.
This being used in all the different facilities combined with all the other has now trained the behavior analysis by repetition.
But yeah, it's learned.
And now
it's
that
learned
lady
off of
that's this one that's sitting here eating, he does that anywhere else. His pattern recognition. It's already in the system. It's already trained. And so it's like you say, it's already too late because they've been building the AIs for a long time with simple basic here. Go to the
How long
company.
each customer's waited? Yep.
They're monitoring
the work
not
patterns
just
of each
the workers.
employee.
They're monitoring their customers without their permission.
I don't want to be micromanaged to the point where I
you
get
have faith in the
docked time every
government
time I
that's
pick my
allowing
nose or
this,
something.
or you don't.
Yeah, because
You trust these people or you don't. You want the truth and you find the truth and you figure out how to.
I will say this though, both sides of the coin. Both sides of the coin. I have worked with people that have almost the art of being slackers. And while I bust my ass at every job I've ever had since the day I started working at Chick-fil-A at 14, because of what my dad instilled in me, if you're going to do something, you do it fucking right, or you don't do it at all.
A work ethic.
That was instilled upon me. A very strong work ethic with pride.
Yes.
That when I go do any job, I overdo it to the best of my ability, which kind of sucked as an employee because companies will take advantage of that to the highest. You won't get paid more; they'll just expect more of you.
Yeah.
And then to be surrounded by people that have the work ethic of a lesser work ethic that will manipulate their own ways to spend less time working, and they know you're going to work your ass off so they can dump that workload onto you.
And
it's
they are
very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Now, if I could sit there and pull up a report in the week and be like, "Oh, look, James, you did, this much of this much and this much time," and then they compare that to everybody else. If I'm not the top guy, I'm gonna be.
Now,
and that's a good and bad thing for everyone. It's a good and bad thing for everyone. It really is. Just pay me more. Just pay me more. What the fuck? Okay, good. Yeah.
Job security.
I don't know if we're going to have job security
by design.
By design, yeah.
Hegelian dialectic. And it's happening.
I might be showing the video here.
Did they even see it? Just pointing back at our little.
No, it's
no, it's playing right here.
Okay.
It's playing.
There we go. Okay.
For sure.
I'm making sure it's still rotating so they knew what we were talking about. Let me check out the chats. Hey, no worries being late. Okay, so God's Eye Walmart got in trouble for using it for people with warrants getting arrested for going to Walmart. Damn.
Ouch.
I wrote a hot check to
We talked about that too with also
Waymo.
Waymo. I think when they introduced the Waymo taxis in Dallas, they said that if you had an active warrant for your arrest and you got into a Waymo and it recognized you as being on the warrant list, or like, probably not like, I'm guessing a large, a very important warrant, not like, oh, this guy has traffic tickets. The car would pull over, lock the doors, and wait for the cops to get there.
It depends on what the parameters were set.
Yeah.
That can be slid and scaled, changed anytime. Oh, you jaywalked in 1997.
Yeah.
We need to come. We need you to see.
Yeah, I imagine it has to be like like a
in your life.
top
You
10
don't get
list,
into
at least
an
the
electric
top 10 list before something like that happens, right?
I'm not getting in that car.
What
That's
do
all
you
about
guys,
revenue.
what do you think about comparisons to other major advancements in technology through history? The printer press got lots of pushback because the Bible was misprinted in blasphemous ways. Go watch Twilight Zone, and then the computer's taking over. God's Eye is a government program. It was a common theme.
Well, that was
Common theme.
That was a movie.
Which one?
They
God's Eye?
had God's Eye in it.
Was that
Shia LaBeouf?
Is that was Eagle Eye?
Eagle Eye.
That was Eagle
Okay.
Eye.
That's the
Time
Same
out.
thing, yeah,
Stop.
okay.
I'm going to address something.
Go ahead.
Because the Bible was misprinted from the printing press.
That's what he says. It
Do you
got, the printing press
just
got a
real
lot
quick,
of pushback.
do y'all,
because
do y'all
the Bible-
understand how that printing press worked?
How was it misprinted in blasphemous ways? But I also want to know.
Well, and this is going to be up to people. This is interpretation, your opinions.
come on with it.
And what it comes down to is you believe what's written or not, and you have faith or you don't.
Because the ultimate thing is the faith. Period.
Believe what's written or you don't.
Period.
And
Faith,
it's not worth arguing.
faith is the basis.
But the printing press was little pieces. You had spelling errors, you had all kinds of stuff. And as far as blaspheming it, that's a matter of opinion. And there's a lot more like, hey, which one are you talking about? What year? And then you get into all the other translations, and then it's a matter of like, hey, do you believe God's word here, or do you believe these that have been changed by man?
Yeah, you can know
The
all the
most
facts in the
infamous
world
example-
about
a
religion,
personal
but
Okay,
still
we'll
it's
do this
fake.
one
quest
first.
that everybody should be on. That's a great question.
Okay, so this says
That's where your time should
this
be
calls
spent,
it a
not on Epstein.
fictional surveillance program from Fast and Furious 7. I do remember that now. This one says the blasphemy part of the Bible comes from the printing press in 1631. It's called the Wicked Bible, where typo omitted not from the seventh commandment, resulting in thou shalt commit adultery.
That was a human error. Okay.
Oh, that might
that's
have been a
1631.
psychological mistake.
And how many
thou
years?
shalt commit adultery.
How many times before
Bro, do you have any idea how long it takes to set up one page? Have you ever done it? Have you ever done it?
I've seen.
Have you ever done it?
No, God, no. You had to put each letter in by hand.
Backwards.
Each letter by hand backwards.
In a mirrored form.
So it stamps. That's insanity. Hey, that's Thank
goodness those guys didn't have YouTube or social media back then. We wouldn't have anything printed.
Okay, so his point is on the pushback with technology. Is this maybe the same situation with AI? We're having pushback because we don't see the benefits in long term yet. Maybe I hope I paraphrased that correctly.
I love the idea of AI. Okay, I totally sold on it until I see what it's being
fix
used
everything
for.
Or ruin everything.
It's going to ruin everything, and it's prophesied. It's in that book that got misprinted. I mean,
I would say. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Because I got to collect.
Okay.
my thought on that.
I have what?
I was saying, as far as like the AI it being used in this way, as far as workforce, because there's so many different levels of it being implemented as far as AI. I'm talking about let's circle back to the actual video and the idea of it being used for not only tracking people, employees and their jobs and workspaces, but when it is eventually and inevitably implemented to do full-scale tracking of all people on the planet in real time at all times, based on whatever legal, loopholes or freedoms are given. I would say that it would take one, crazy attack. And then we have the Patriot Act 3.0, I guess. And they're like, okay, we need to track everybody in real time at all times with, AI in their phones and cameras. And they have the legal ability to track faces everywhere, every city, every grocery store, every building, all the time, in real time for national safety.
They already, that's there. That's today, bro. That's the reality.
Isn't that what Snowden was talking about?
Yeah. It's already here.
I think it already is being
We
used.
all got locked down in our homes while they finished building it.
I think it's just,
now
it's already deeply in use.
That means
we just don't know about it.
Just lets them know that
side effects, just like the Spanish.
There we go.
You're good. No, don't stop.
Oh man, it's like the Spanish flu. Look at the patterns in the history. 1920s, we had the Spanish flu. What really was it? You don't go stick stuff. The same thing happens over and over. And it seems to be that these major sicknesses coincide, coincidentally, with major technological rollouts. And what are we living through right now? A massive, biggest technical.
What rolled out in 1920 that was aligned with the Spanish flu?
H1N1.
No, that was had to do with radar, like how far, or it had to do with the way antennas and broadcasting. And a known side effect of that was these sicknesses. And each time we've had these technological breakthroughs, they get put on a bigger scale and used, and the population gets affected. We've had these pandemics. And the other theory is that those that get in line, that take the government offered option, have lasting, lifelong side effects of this stuff.
In the early 1920s, early radar breakthroughs pioneered by researchers like the U.S. Navy researchers Albert H. Taylor and Leo C. Young in 1922 occurred alongside research in biological, often fatal effects of short-term radio wave radiation, a precursor to microwave technology, which caused non-thermal illnesses in laboratory mice.
Huh.
Damn.
I go down there to that Wikipedia.
And what I'm saying is, we are the mice in the box in the big social experiment.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. They're talking about my how I'm all over the place with my ADHD, or you. I guess you might be as well. I can be wrangled, but if you unleash me, I'm gonna go every direction there is. There'll be 100 tabs open before we're done tonight.
Hey, do you sit at night just force closing? Close. As you unwind, and the last one's like, I love you. Thank you for supporting me.
There's a shortcut for that.
Good night.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna have a conclusion on this. We say it's been being used in real time already. This is basically just a small coffee shop. Where is this coffee shop at? Let me find out where this is. Is it in the U.S.? Is this Our Future? 1984 is a good book. I read that book multiple times. I don't know what country this is in.
You believe we're living it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good book. We're not there yet fully.
What's lacking?
I guess knowing.
Knowing what?
Will that be a shadow of a doubt?
Live.
I mean, in the book, the guy goes and hides in a part of his room. He knows he can't be observed, and
Gets in the box.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I know.
he gets in the box. So, I guess we're willingly being observed. We're willingly going to 1984. Willingly, I think that's a fact. But like I said, with AI, like I said, it's how it's used, and then what countries it's being used in, and then the parameters it's given, and what we allow it to do and not do. So benefits can outweigh the negatives. I think when the day comes that a major benefit, an undeniable benefit, outweighs any of the bullshit, it's going to be everywhere, and you can't stop it.
So everybody gets cancer from this technological rollout.
What if it cures cancer?
And then AI comes out with the individual programmed for you
individual program cure for cancer. Yeah,
medicine that completes so many objectives that is wanting to be accomplished by the pharmaceutical industry, all the powers that be.
Okay. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Unless anyone else has
Bro, I
appreciate your guys' input, Gum and Just a Girl and Black Ray. Truly appreciated. Thank you for joining us in this conversation. I don't think AI will be more bad than good, but definitely some negatives. But my personal biggest concern is terrorist groups using it to create biological weapons. Yeah, you get a powerful enough AI in the wrong hands of people, I can imagine it is like a nuclear weapon. It's no different than a nuke to me. I don't know how a nuke can be used for good. Let me rephrase. Okay, nuclear power, maybe. It can be used for good things.
It could stop, like,
nuclear power.
Crazy people that have nuclear
energy.
Yes,
but
sure.
Nuclear bombs are obviously the other side of that much darker coin.
That's
what's
going on right now.
Yes. So I guess, AI, could be a solve-all for some things with a very dark, side of that coin it has as well.
Or AI just makes it happen on its own.
I mean, I don't know. A part of my brain still thinks there's already one that's gotten out, and we just don't know it yet. I mean, I can't. I have too many things to go through on that one. All right.
That's a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. I've already showed you.
I saw Mission Impossible.
I put you guys through that 30-minute video on one of our first streams, and we started going live. And I was like, no, you got to watch this part, because in my mind, it's very feasible that one is already out and just waiting for its time to shine. Side note, did you add the 2 things Gum asked you to the wheel? Yes, I added. Thank you, Demon, for keeping me on track. I appreciate that. I did add cryptozoology and
Ghost.
I don't remember the other one, but I did add it. Yes,
Ghost from Gum.
Ghost. I added Ghost. Yes.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
And who was the other chick in that?
Whitney Houston.
Goldberg.
Oh, what?
Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Oh, I don't know.
She was
Whoopi
in it,
Goldberg?
but Demi Moore was the female.
Yeah, Demi Moore. But yeah,
the male actor playing the female.
Ghost. Do you want to make some clay pottery together? All right. Coffee shop AI monitoring is off the board.
I can't remember that. My brain's shot tonight.
Thank you, Gum. Okay, this is just a funny video.
I'm down.
Okay, this is just a funny video I wanted to show you.
It sounds really good.
Share it and spin.
All right.
Sweet ass beer towers we got. This shit's fucking sick. Oh, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Bro, look at these sweet
With
ass
the
beer
flight,
towers we got. This
with
shit's
a
fucking
flight,
sick.
beers,
Whoa, what the fuck?
beer towers with the
Look at
flight.
these sweet ass beer towers we got. This shit's
Cool
fucking
concept.
sick.
A little too early.
What the fuck?
And the only thing I just say to this, thank you for whoever sent me this video. Okay, first of all, I should preface every video on this wheel was sent to me. Not I didn't find these on my own. Second, are you guys aware that the younger generation, I'm talking about our kids' age, basically 9/11 is just the most biggest ongoing joke. Like anytime there's 2 things, towers, I'm very aware and the sensitivity of the subject, and but to them, anytime there's 2 buildings, towers, or anything next to it, a plane flying into it is hilarious to them. Just if anyone didn't know that, anyone in like 9th grade and below, this is like funny as hell. I just thought I'd share that.
Well, at least they're putting tequila shots on the
because
flight.
they don't know. They don't understand.
They were sitting there watching it happen in real time, like we were going, "Oh shit, is this real? Is this really happening?" Yeah. I know exactly where I was, when it happened, where I was at.
Me too.
So would your daughters look at this the same as most other kids?
Oh, absolutely. My daughter would laugh her ass off if she
I
saw
know
this.
she would. So would you.
I was actually in New York when it happened. I was the only one, but I was only one, but I was there. You were one. Okay, yeah. I remember exactly when it happened. And I mean, it was to me, it was just one of those first surreal moments where it's like, I'm sure it's because of I'll be honest, like my life, I haven't lived in a war-torn country, so it's something that
it resonates deep.
It resonates, but it's not like what I'm trying to say is other people in other countries and other parts of the world have dealt with way worse, way more often. And it was like kind of like that first glimpse in your childhood where you're like, bad things can happen to around here because you didn't know. You've grown up so comfortable, you don't know how bad things can happen.
We live in America.
Yeah,
type
exactly.
thing.
Yep,
really, honestly.
What? All right. So offensive to everyone who was affected, absolutely. But so like every American, but yeah, I can definitely think of multiple funny 9/11 jokes. Absolutely, it's not just America that does it. Damn. Yeah.
No.
Well, imagine. I mean, like, what is the statute of limitations on something that be funny? I mean, nothing. I mean, nothing really. But like, it depends. Like, okay, so I will bring this in just because it made me chuckle out loud. But the context is like, that's fucked up, but I have dark humor. So
I'm the same way.
Understand the fact that I have dark humor. I laugh at everything, even the worse it is, the better. But when I saw the news press conference or whatever it was of Trump talking to Japan, and they brought up the thing about, why did you not tell me about, you guys were going to bomb Iran? He's like, well, Japan likes surprises. Why didn't you guys tell me about Pearl Harbor? I laughed, bro. Like, I thought that was fucking funny.
You weren't the only one, though.
So wrong, but funny as fuck too.
Hey, they thought it was funny.
They thought it was. I mean, yeah,
that's an icebreaker.
It was like a moment. It was one of those things you just can't believe somebody said out loud.
Well, think about it.
I was like,
the moment. How long have they been living with that guilt?
Wait, and I don't know if you can do that.
Yes, you can, because the country itself is thinking, man, we did something terrible to them, and then they destroyed it.
Definitely
you see what I mean?
Reciprocated.
Sure, we reciprocated, but at least we can have a light side about it, or a present that can to make somebody
right
from
there,
there.
That is a silver lining right there.
Feel accepted, and it's okay. It's over with. It's done. You know what I mean? That's the good part.
There are two other countries that have freedoms, have choices, and have better technology, better prices, and better food. There are other countries that have I'm sorry, I can't read. There are other countries that have freedoms, have choices, and have better technology, better prices, and better food than America. I guess you're saying, okay. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to explain this one. It's situated.
Yes,
That's
right.
very much so. Yes, ma'am. Yes. The segue is great here because I was going to bring up Charlie Kirk. Like, you obviously people think it's already funny to make fun of that. I'm just going to play the video. Disagree, girl.
I don't think anybody dying's funny.
No, I don't think so either.
Period.
But, I will say no one dying is funny. So I would say that, what Trump said about Mueller probably isn't very conducive of a president to say. Do you agree on that? Like, I mean, if somebody dies for any reason, I don't think you should be like, I'm glad they're dead.
There was a
hold on. This is
time
controversial because with
the same people who are laughing about it are the ones that bitch about if we would do it.
If, fucking, I mean, let me just pick somebody that's not common. When Genghis Khan died, I'm sure everyone was like, oh, this is a horrible thing. Didn't he massacre
or
the people?
Or did they? What people?
I was trying not to be
people
because then we always go back to Adolf. I'm like everyone just that's like the most evil person on a recent history.
Well, yeah, maybe true, but you can still say good things about Adolf. He was a great strategist.
I don't. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to discredit.
You can't discredit that. You can't. Although he had evil ways.
Okay. I think they're talking to each other, so I'll let that go.
I mean, there's good things and bad things about everybody, I'm sure.
Thank you, Jason, for sending me this video. I think this was from Jason. No. This was from Chris. Thank you, Chris, for sending this video. This is very recent. He sent this to me like 2 days ago. I think it's a fairly recent video. It is 20 minutes long, so we're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to get the idea of what they're talking about and then do our own research.
Married Charlie, she married the trajectory of the presidency and proximity to power, which is what she always wanted.
So, Kurt, you sent me this video. I want to play it. Do you want me to play this?
Yeah.
So what?
I think he put it the best.
So who is this guy?
I don't know, some billionaire's kid. He says up front, I've never heard of him. It just popped up in my feed. But
all right, let's
tell me if he sounds wrong to you.
I've never heard. I've never heard of the Jimmy. I've never heard of the Jimmy Dore show. I don't know who that other guy is. And then I guess the idea, I'm gonna basically speak out my ass because I haven't watched it yet, is that she married Charlie Kirk intentionally for the path that would lead for her, and then the assassination was planned. That's the idea, I think, is about.
I think the whole thing.
And that what most women
A
do.
year ago, I was brutally canceled
Married for a
off
plan
the
and a
internet
path.
for having a billionaire father as well as political connections. But tonight, I'm going to use that privilege to expose what really happened with Erica Kirk. Because once you understand how these elite circles actually operate, the entire mystery around her becomes incredibly obvious. So take a seat. Grab a bag of popcorn because.
Hold on. I X on Rumble. Strongest. I'm sorry I missed your comment earlier. Nukes aren't real.
But big bombs are. I don't care. Like, you gotta be careful.
I agree. I would like to circle back to that Strongest.
But big old bombs.
You don't think nukes? You don't think nukes are real? I'm sorry,
not the way it's talked about. That's a scary.
All right, we're going to have to put that on the wheel, man. That's
Japan
going on.
thank you,
Sean. Before I get sidetracked, because I am always sidetracked.
Right. That's how they do resets. So blow it up.
I am very bad. I'm adding it to the wheel.
Cities.
Thank you, Strongest.
If you look at Israel
nukes
right now,
real.
like the property that's being damaged has plans to be redeveloped. Not all. Certain
Smart cities.
Like these, they're plans.
Why?
Okay.
No.
First of all, his skin looks fantastic.
I mean, it was basically napalm.
No, man, it's gonna fall apart.
Without a bomb.
Okay, so first of all, he's the child.
Sure.
If he's a child of a billionaire, he's looks maxing. Is that what it's called? Right? Looks maxing.
I don't know, man, but it's hard for me to look at and listen to this.
We come from a generation of men that don't even know we're supposed to use lotions. Okay, so
and you're warned to be like, watch out for effeminate man.
No, I mean, I didn't know how to use lotion until the day that I was like, man, there was, I wear a lot of black clothing, and I'm like, well, I'm shedding my own skin onto my black clothes. Why? It's like, you don't fucking use lotion. Use lotion.
Why is your skin dry?
I had to learn the hard way.
Now I ask, why is my skin dry? Oh, well, I got to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. I know that.
I work in the elements.
We know that, but it's like, oh, I do. Okay. Or I work with sawdust.
Just
or
a girl said she didn't even cry during the press
The hair's
conference,
dry.
and for that guy that thinks
the frequency that's making
your diet.
Obvious women do. Okay, and he obviously not a woman. I'm not. You have to explain who that's directed to, so I can ask them that directly, if you don't mind. Just a girl.
Who?
And then it says she didn't cry during the press conference. It's talking about
Erica Kirk.
Erica Kirk.
Yeah, you're right. She did.
And
There's
then
a
for
lot
the
of
guy
super weird.
that for the guy that thinks it's what women do, you obviously haven't met a real woman. The guy at the end.
Good assumption.
Okay.
Looks fantastic.
We'll touch back on it. We'll circle back to that later.
We won't
In order
entertain
to
that.
fully
I
understand
won't.
what happened with this crazy bitch, you need to understand the
He's caught.
fundamentals
Okay,
of
wow,
politics
shots fired.
themselves. So politics operate very much like a social club with a social hierarchy. So at the very top, there are the billionaires who write 9-figure checks to the puppet class, also known as politicians, who in return give the billionaire class undying loyalty on the issues that matter to them most. Now, the most important thing for you to drill in your fucking head to really understand this story is that you may look at a President Obama, for example, and think that he is at the top of the social pyramid. That is absolutely not true. When there are...
Now, Kurt, you and I are smart enough to know that that is not the case.
Okay, so I mean, billionaire son. I guess we're gonna probably stop and talk about this every few seconds, and I'm gonna get through as much of this video as I can before we find that like we might find a moment like we did in the firmament video where it's like Paul Revere, Soviet research. I was like, once we heard her mispronounced, I didn't say Soviet. When I went back and watched the video, which I did miss when she said it, was declassified Russian research that was interpreted and then peer-reviewed. So I was like, obviously at that point we just stopped listening to her because we didn't feel like she had any credibility, which is fine. I did go look up the firmament documents. Side note of that.
It's legit.
So we're gonna watch as much of this as we can to get through it, and then I'm gonna in any comment. Well, obviously we'll respond to any comment in real time. Death isn't funny, absolutely not. But there's funny things surrounding it. Kyle Rittenhouse made fun of his situation shortly after it happened. And that kid was traumatized. Also, that billionaire's son, I believe, is the same guy who got canceled for criticizing Kamala's campaign in the early 2025 and got major apologies when she lost for the reasons that he said she would lose.
Awesome. Out then.
Okay.
Here.
That the president of the United States is not the boss, that they actually have bosses, and Donald Trump is serving one of his bosses right now by attacking Iran, bombing Yemen, bombing Somalia.
Right. Yep.
This goes back to that we work for Israel thing, or is that what he's suggesting?
Yeah.
Yes, basically.
That's what that's what
he's
Trump
also
said.
a Jesuit.
No, I mean this kid's saying what you're saying.
Catholic.
Define Jesuit for me, because I'm not super knowledgeable
Jesuit's
about the 4,000 religions on the planet.
Jesuit is a brand. It's a group within Catholicism.
Jesuits is a group within
Jesuits
Catholicism.
were banned from most American. The Catholics were banned from this country.
Okay, what country?
This country.
What?
Okay. You don't get taught that.
Okay.
The Jesuits was a military order to begin with.
I went to Catholic school. That's why it's confusing.
They were banned by one of the popes, and they were brought back.
Okay.
By whom? Another pope?
By another pope, another group. They were brought back. It was started as a military group. You have the white pope and you have the black pope. And this is like alleged hierarchy of the Catholics and the Jesuits. But Jesuits is an information. It's the battle. It's the CIA, the Catholic intelligence.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
But we used to kick. And that's one of the things Abraham Lincoln was quite much like, no, these people have to go. We had anti-Mason laws in most communities where we didn't allow Freemasons in our communities because they were secret societies, organizations that thought it was acceptable to talk behind closed doors.
Okay.
We had anti-Jesuits, like
we have that
Christian nation used to keep this stuff out. And now our societies, as this kid's talking about, the hierarchy structure of our societies has changed. It's flipped. Now, the one being kept out and pushed away is the one that can't live within that.
Okay.
Because everybody else is accepting the foul language. Like, dude, I went to the gas station and this 23-year-old girl, according to her ID, with this much of her butt cheeks hanging out of her shorts. And I go home to talk to my wife. I'm like, got a little girl.
Yeah.
Second one. And I taught the first one, this isn't acceptable.
Absolutely.
You need to carry yourself. And, and I go there and it's like, I'm not even trying to. Like, I wanted to just leave. Had I had another pack of smokes in the truck, bro, I would have just left.
Gotcha.
And she goes, why don't you come up to work with me? She manages.
Yeah.
And she goes, it's all day. It's all over. That's the society we live in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's by choice. Everybody has the choice.
By choice.
But when you force it to be complacent with it, we're messing up.
Good point.
Side note, bro.
You're good.
I like Jimmy Dore. I like the way he presents new information.
I'm the king.
I'm gonna have to watch him a little bit. I've never heard of him.
I have 50 side notes in my head. I'm not even mentioning right now because there's just not enough time.
Yeah. So I'm just saying though. So we've
write
known
them down
this for a
fast
while.
enough.
We've been saying this for a while at this show.
Right. No, the interesting part is coming up.
Okay.
These private dinner meetings with billionaires.
We should
with
find the
past
original
presidents
video.
or potential future presidents or even a current president. They're at the very bottom of the fucking barrel. If you were to compare it to a social hierarchy in a high school, for example, the billionaire is the superintendent of the entire school board. And a President Obama, for example, is like the president of student council. He actually has no power over the school whatsoever. It's completely performative. Every single time you've ever voted, you are really voting for someone that was handpicked for you by a billionaire who doesn't want to run themselves because they are busy ruining the planet. And honestly, being a politician is seen, as I said, in these social circles, at these dinner parties, as a very lowly job. So in summary, every single person who has made it to the level of a vice president or a president is nothing but a billionaire's bitch. So then this brings us to the fundamentals needed to understand the story of Charlie and Erica Kirk. So in 2018, a former pageant queen, Miss Arizona, Miss Erica Franzfey, stumbled into the brand new Turning Point USA office in Phoenix, Arizona. While she was there, she very quickly bumped into Charlie Kirk, who then flew her to New York City for her job interview at a burger joint, a restaurant called Bill's Burgers. At which point during the job interview, Charlie Kirk said, "Forget the interview, forget the job. I actually think I'm going to date you," because that's super professional, but that's what happened.
I want to fact check this in real time because in my understanding, they met not at like that way. They met on a very different way. Let me just.
Well, yeah, they talk about it, but it's kind of like that. Maybe not a burger joint, but I know that he said he was nervous or something. He
I was incorrect.
Never felt that way or something. Something told him that he can't work with her. He's gonna just have to ask
He said,
her.
I think the summarization or whatever I heard that he was just so instantly fell in love with her he couldn't
Love at
hire
first sight.
her. Yeah,
The details don't matter because
right.
Erica
didn't hire her for a
completely
job.
jumped at the chance to date Charlie because he was already anointed by the billionaire class that funded and controlled Turning Point USA as the person that was going to be the next president of the United States. This was not something that was a secret. This was not something that was implicit. This was something that was explicit in several conversations. Everybody knew that Charlie Kirk one day would run to be president, and it was a running comment, a running joke that Erica Kirk would one day be the first lady. This was her life goal, and this was the plan, and the only reason in 2021 she married Charlie Kirk. She did not marry Charlie, she married the trajectory of the presidency and proximity to power, which is what she always wanted. Erica Kirk was never a stay-at-home wife. She was the operator. She hosted the donor dinners.
Okay. All right. We're gonna take a quick 5. We're fathers. Shit happens. We got to do shit.
Thanks, guys.
Give us a second. We'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. If you do, we understand. We got dad shit to do. Give us a minute. All right. And while everyone's getting back to where they need to be, I will engage with anyone who wants to conversate. Let me read some comments real quick. What's dad shit? I mean, I do a lot of it. I have 3 kids. And if you've ever seen one of my gaming streams, you will see me start a stream and end it 2 seconds later if I have to, just because sometimes kids wake up or shit happens and I just go right back to, the most important things. This is definitely the most important things is parenting. Top tier shit. Good. Play my video. All right. God, man. If you're still here, I did miss this comment. If you're still here, God, why are you gonna make me do this, bro? Are you really gonna make me do this? Are you gonna make me do this? Let's see. Let me put this over here. Kids always come first. Absolutely, Black Ray. Always come first. That's good stuff. I will say, I just want to, why it's just me here. I will appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out to engage in the conversation, to talk to us, and to be, a part of the show. I do appreciate it immensely. When I started doing this, I didn't know exactly how involved people would be with the topics that we're bringing up. Obviously, a lot of them are very, very controversial, and I love hearing the input of what you guys had to say. Sometimes the stuff you guys say blows my mind, which helps open my mind even more, which I am grateful for. Is there a way I can rig the wheel so we can talk about Ghost? Yes, there actually is a way to rig the wheel, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately for us, unfortunately. Donations of a donation brings whatever topic you want to the front of the wheel. Although I just thought it was a different way to say they all had to pee at the same time and go to the bathroom together. No. Like for instance, like obviously, if I'm here, if I got a message that one of my kids needed me, I would be the one dipping out. So, hey, that's I on my gaming stream, I will start a stream and then end it in 5 minutes if my kid needs me. So that happens quite often. Let me do this real quick. I didn't get the dog. The dog's infiltrated the room. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Let's see. How much cake do I need? How much cake you got? Let's see. Cake. What do you mean cake? Cake is a reference to I stream on TikTok, and you can donate like gifts. And one of the gifts you can donate is cake, and it's like a little cake thing. It costs like a penny, and you can donate cake. And it's a joke because she donates cake a lot on my gaming stream. Thank you, Demon, for all the cake you've donated. John, I'm just here playing Mafia. Pleasure to have you as always, John. Thank you, guys. Let me make sure Homeboy's still coming. I think we do have... yes, I'm looking for it as well. I'm still looking. Let me get an ETA here. Oh, homie. And if not, we can still run it.
We got a plug.
If you need a plug, your left side. Right there by that light. You can unplug the smell good. Yep. All right. Okay. Yes. Cake is the one I send all the time. I do love my 42 slices of cake. Thank you so much for those. You can donate cake in his Discord as well. Facts, Black Ray. Absolute facts. I will set up a Discord for this channel. I don't want to mingle my gaming channel with the Schrödinger's cast too much. Just because, I don't want to force upon people that are, know me from watching me play horror video games and scary video games, and then kind of force upon them the idea of, all of this stuff. It's a lot for some people, so I had to keep them separate. All right, I guess we can continue on this video, and then you have any thoughts so far? I'm actually going to find I want just the video of the kid.
It was probably linked in there, probably, right?
No.
In the same video, no?
Not everyone does that. You would hope they did.
See if I can help.
Can we donate beers? Always, sir. You can definitely donate beers. That is a given.
Please.
Fair. Looking forward to the Discord for this channel. Thank you, Black Ray. Wait, I think I may have missed introductions if you did them. I don't want to misname or not know someone's name. Obviously, I am Astronox or James, depending on where you know me from. This is Jonathan, and then Will and Clay. Will had to take off, but Clay will be here shortly, I think. I think he's still at church. So, yeah. Which ones? Wait, what are you talking about? Which ones? Okay, hold on. Cake. We're talking about cake. Can we donate beers? Yes, you can definitely donate beers. That's be greatly appreciated. I'm a Modelo guy myself. Negro Modelos, please. Be greatly.
I like Miller Light. Just saying.
Okay, found just a video of him. Perfect.
So about a year ago, I was brutally canceled off the internet for
Just a girl. I definitely know Astro.
Father as well as political connections. But tonight, I'm going to use that privilege to expose what really happened.
Okay, I think we were like right.
Absolutely not
I think
true
we were
whatsoever.
Right.
It's completely performative. Every single time you've Franz Faye stumbled into the brand new Turning Point USA office in Phoenix, Arizona. While she was there, she very quickly bumped into Charlie Kirk, who then flew her to New York City for her job interview at a burger joint, a restaurant called Bill's Burgers. At which point during the job interview, Charlie Kirk said, "Forget the interview, forget the job. I actually think I'm going to date you," because that's super professional, but that's what happened.
I mean, okay, and this is totally off topic of what happened, but I mean, if you were smitten, if you're swoon, do you really give a shit about the job anymore? And you can just be like, no, it doesn't matter. I need you in my life, right?
That, or you think like, about the consequences of
Voodoo Rangers, bro.
You know what I mean? Voodoo Ranger is good. The green one, please.
They are so bad. They're
the green one, please.
That's hilarious. Okay. So anyway, he makes a comment about it being unprofessional for Charlie Kirk. I don't like the jab, is what I'm saying, because you can't. In the moment,
I think it was very professional.
If it was how he felt, who are you to say how he could control his emotions?
I think it was very professional because he's not want to mix business with pleasure, and if he's thinking about
you're looking at the other way, okay,
in a maybe companionship way, you don't want to really work with somebody that you're trying to court or date.
I like how somebody I like how somebody reposted this video of his and titled it "Nepo Baby Exposes Erica Kirk, Billionaire Nepo Baby."
Erica completely jumped at the chance to date Charlie because he was already anointed by the billionaire class that funded.
I guess I can squeeze in. What am I doing?
Turning Point USA
Holy shit! I have so much more room.
As the person that was going to be the next president of the United States. This was not something that was a secret. This was not something that was implicit. This was something that was explicit in several conversations. Everybody knew that Charlie Kirk one day would run to be president, and it was a running comment, a running joke that Erica Kirk would one day be the first lady. This was her life goal, and this was the plan, and the only reason in 2021 she married Charlie Kirk. She did not marry Charlie, she married the trajectory of the presidency and proximity to power, which is what she always wanted.
No, I think I fixed the mics where they can't hear the dogs barking.
Well, I was talking about, are they barking because Clay's here?
I don't think so.
No.
Wait a second, hold on. What do you think about the comment that she married the trajectory of the presidency and was even Charlie Kirk a presidential future candidate?
I mean, that could have been a possibility because he was gaining pretty good notoriety. You know, like he shot up there from a person on the street just talking to people to, you know, which was nothing at the beginning. And then all of a sudden it blew up really big.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I do not believe it was political at all.
You don't think her entire...
hers, maybe.
Okay.
His,
okay.
no.
Story as old as time.
And again, I can't tell you if it's in the box or not.
The Chase says 9%, 2 for 1, my brother. Voodoo Rangers. I mean, at that point, you might as well just drink a Four Loko or something, right?
I mean, I'm kind of partial to deep LM IPAs myself, or hazy IPAs.
I don't hate Voodoo Rangers. They're just like they're your gas station IPA. You know what I mean? Is that an accurate description of Voodoo Rangers? Your gas station IPA?
That's your gas station. What's the cinnamon shot drinks?
Oh, Fireball. Yeah.
One's malt
Check
liquor. The real one's not malt
High
liquor.
Life is a 9% IPA that is so much better than. I don't drink IPAs.
Or you
anymore.
can just find some barley wines that are 9 to 14%.
Okay, we're getting off topic. Give me a second.
It's a great topic.
Was never a stay-at-home wife. She was the operator. She hosted the donor dinners.
We are currently talking about this billionaire's son is exposing Eric Kirk's intentions of marrying Charlie Kirk for a road to the presidency, apparently, is what he's saying.
Schmoozed the billionaires, she sealed the checks, and she ran all of the events. This is documented. Charlie was nothing but the face. He was the schmuck, the puppet that went to university to embarrass college kids, to then clip them on social media and raise money for his political campaign disguised as a charity. That's all it ever was. And Erica was the one that upkept and fostered the relationships with the billionaire class. The agreement for them was very simple. Do what you're told, ride the youth wave to the White House, and then become president and first lady of the United States. But things didn't go quite according to
that part right there,
because
Paul.
somewhere along the line, Charlie Kirk
Capture the youth. Yes, that's all part of it. But it was first and foremost about faith.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That's also what he always talked about.
There's two ways to look at it.
And he didn't try to just prove them wrong or embarrass them. That wasn't the point. That was telling them the truth, or
what you said about how he felt about Erica. It could have been. I'm fucking speculating out my ass here, but he could have just been doing what he wanted to do because he liked the idea of it. And if he was, he's basically calling him a puppet, a pawn in a game of chess is what he's basically saying that he was, and he was unaware of this, which is just
that's a possibility.
That's a bold statement.
That's a great point.
That's a very bold statement.
That's good speculating.
It is the tiniest little piece of a spine. So in 2024, Charlie began defecting on some issues that were very important to the billionaires that owned him, specifically issues regarding foreign policy. The donors began to panic that their puppet was defecting on the only issue that actually matters to them. So they attempted to appeal to him through the only lever of control they had left, which was his wife. Erica then began pestering Charlie every single night, which put immense strain on their marriage. Support the war, do what you're told, you're ruining everything that we built together. And it actually got to the point where this is documented that a priest had to be called to pray over their collapsing marriage, which I believe detonated the night of September 9th, the night before Charlie was murdered. Erica herself admitted on national television that at 2:30 in the morning, she urged Charlie to sleep alone in their daughter's room so he could rest better before Utah. In the morning, Charlie grabbed his ring and his necklace from the bathroom and left for this huge, very important event without saying goodbye to his wife. It's been reported that shortly before his assassination, he messaged one of his friends saying, "It feels like it's over." A lot of people interpreted this as him talking about his life, but I think it's very obvious he was talking about his marriage. I think the night of September 9th, there was a fight, and Charlie and Erica decided that they would be getting a divorce. Now, I believe
that is speculation. Okay, first of all, that's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of speculation.
Most of this is so
and the
far.
reason one of the reasons I guess we were giving a lot of what he was saying so much credibility is because, like, I think Gum had said that he was banned or canceled from social media.
We're talking about the Nepo baby here.
He was canceled for criticizing Kamala Harris's campaign in 2025 and then got kind of uncanceled when everything he said was right.
So
we're giving him a benefit of the doubt.
only explanation that makes any sense is around the same time of Charlie messaging his friends that it's over in reference to his marriage.
Talking about
Erica
Candace.
also messaged the donors saying it's over not only in reference to her marriage to Charlie, but in reference to all hope being lost that he would ever come back to their side politically, because he literally texted other people that he would be leaving the Israel cause. Now, from the donor's perspective,
Is there a picture
the
of those
looming
text
divorce
messages?
between Charlie and Erica.
Yeah, I think so. I think there. I mean, I don't know if it's the exact verbatim, but there is like.
Well, if they're not verbatim, then they.
I mean, it's basically there was.
Well, Candace Owens claimed.
Yeah.
Right, his friend, his homegirl.
Yep.
She kind of went the opposite direction immediately after. If you notice, if you guys ever watch,
I did watch a lot of her right after.
Then, she changes dramatically. So maybe there's something there. Maybe there's not anything there. Again, maybe she just went crazy because one of her best friends just got assassinated.
I mean, yeah. Like I'm saying, what he's saying is a lot of speculation. He's basing it off of his knowledge of being a billionaire's son, of how billionaires run politicians and how they're basically, bitches to billionaires because the billionaires don't want to be in the limelight themselves, is what he's stating.
Sure, and that's claiming that the people
And
that he thinks he's talking about are politicians.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of speculation. I kind of want
Charlie Kirk wasn't a politician.
So, I mean...
He was not a politician. He just aligned with.
I'm trying to think of a way to put this in a box scenario of like, is this provable? Is this factual? I mean, I would say if there's evidence and it's provable, it will come to light eventually. If I did kind of get the vibe, I would say that after his death, that like somebody said earlier in the chat, forgive me for forgetting that she didn't behave in a way. Or
about the crying,
about maybe something like that, yeah. And then also that I can't say I've never lost my spouse in a tragic way. As I can't put myself in that situation and say exactly how I would act or behave in that stance of life and being in that position in life.
Well, again, it was so early.
That much responsibility to be strong for everyone else. I can't say how I would be or react.
Like especially when it's a few days after and you're still kind of in shock or
did
going
it
through
seem
the
like
motions
political to me or like like I was watching a little bit.
Yeah.
Not only would represent the end of Turning Point USA from an optics perspective would be absolutely catastrophic, but also represents the fact that the very last string on their puppet, which was Erica, is gone. So they had no choice but to do what the mob does when you don't listen to them after you take their money, which is to get rid of you. And we all know what happened next. Conveniently, a 22-year-old from 142 yards away with the best shot in the entire world got rid of Charlie.
Debatable.
Just in
best shot in the world.
I mean,
142 yards.
I think my daughter could shoot 142 yards with pretty good accuracy with the weapon. So I'm not gonna say.
I bet my brother could do that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's so much speculation on that stuff. Like the idea that there was so much controversy and conspiracy about how it happened. And that like the legal side was like, this is how it happened. This is how we're going. And that wasn't taking it. And nobody took it for the, facts that it was, that's a lot. That's a whole nother thing. I think we have to unpack at some point in time.
Long rabbit hole.
It's a very big one. And I don't think like you're not going to know until you like the, not to put a presidential, nomenclature on Charlie Kirk, but you're not going to know, more facts are going to be declassified until like 50 years from now, like JFK or fucking, Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. Not to put him in the same group of people, but it was a public assassination of somebody that was
on TV.
On TV.
And here's the thing. Now, is one thing about that whole thing, that live assassination, that got me to think another way. And that was when his security detail took that camera away. Right behind him.
I did see that.
So that it was kind of it kind of got me. Like why did they do that, and why haven't we seen that footage? Why haven't we seen that footage from straight behind him?
Well,
We got the side views, the front views, and then several
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong
50,
on that.
60
You're not
other
wrong on that.
videos from phones.
There's a dozens of angles and dozens of things. The one of the most, I watched lots of people go down rabbit holes and talk about, different things. One of the only one to me that made the most sense was a complete different angle shot, and they had a video of his necklace snapping off and the velocity of like how his necklace broke.
The blowback.
But like, to me, in order for that to be true, you'd have to discredit that the people that are, you have to be full conspiracy on it. You have to say that this was a cover up from the start. You have to 100% believe it's a cover up and completely discredit all the information that Tyler guy was the actual shooter. You have to discredit that, that he was shot from any other angle. You have to, and then they got the right guy, and you have to.
Yeah, because before the Tyler guy, it was the old man that was saying, "Kill me, kill me,"
and for them to go through all this, and then just either we are idiots and they're going to try a guy that we all believe is not guilty and right in front of us, and we're all just going to take it and go on, or we're going to, ask questions we'll never get answers to.
Kind of like the JFK assassination.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was his wife in on it? Is that another of the same thing? Jackie, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Jackie. She was in the car. She reached back for something that started rolling off the back of the trunk.
Yeah, that was a piece of his skull.
Also,
a piece of his skull.
Piece of his skull that rolled.
I don't think it rolled. I think it was.
Well, she went to grab it.
Yeah.
You see her reaching. And then, if you notice before then, the guy sitting in the back, security detail, raised his arm. And then you see the poof and his head kind of jerk forward. Kind of the same way that Charlie's did. So, did he get shot from the front or the back?
I mean, I'm not, again, I'm not a ballistic expert. I watch lots of people break down the footage and try to go into it. And the one that made the most sense to me, other than the push narrative, was the shot from the back right angle from an elevated position.
Right.
Where, it was but again, like, was I there? No, there's people that were there. I don't know if they can, because it was a courtyard, they could tell where the shot came from or any of that. We're getting off topic, but was the idea that, was she a plant for him the whole time? Would she just marry him because of his...
Like a double agent.
Yes. He was shot at a different angle. That was an entrance.
Where was she born?
Okay. He was shot from a different angle. That was an entrance wound, not an exit wound. Are you saying that the neck was an exit wound? Is that what you're saying? Or the neck was an entry? I would say depending, like, again, if it did not appear to me with my limited knowledge of bullet entry and exit wounds that was an entry wound to me. No, it seemed more like an exit. Personally,
I agree.
There was another theory, if I can find it. Let's see. You know what's crazy is I saved all these videos when it happened, and every single video I had saved about this was scrubbed from the internet. And that's the other thing I found, kind of like that's what kind of put me down the rabbit hole of a lot of this.
Erica Kirk was Catholic.
The story that I heard, which I guess is not factual, was that they met on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem.
It's not fun. That's not fact. I don't think so.
That they went to Israel together to go, take that trip to Israel, and that's where they met. And then her dad is somebody super important that like helped design the Iron Dome of Israel. I don't know if any of that's real. That's just what somebody told me.
She also inherited $10 million from his death.
I mean, $10 million is pocket change to some people like this, bro. I mean, distractions are nice. Thank you for the distractions. The area of the neck is fragile due to the main vein that runs there. I'm telling you, you're a medical professional. Thank you. The man died within seconds of being hit, but I do believe Erica had something to do with it. Something to do with his death. Sorry, too many Voodoo Rangers.
How do you think?
In what way do you think that she had contributed to his death? Which I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I'm just
pique my curiosity.
I don't know if I could find the actual video that I'm looking for, but the one that I saw, whether it take everything you see with a grain of salt nowadays, because the video I saw showed a flash from a second-story building behind him, and the entry wound would have been there at the back of head or neck. which could have, depending on the bullet type, a smaller caliber than what they said it was, could have rattled around and came out the neck from the back of the head. The thing about this video is what got me was that his necklace showed the force of it snapped off his crucifix necklace, and it flew off and hit the ground. That's what they're saying the guy picked up off the ground. And if that's the truth, then it would have been a smaller caliber shot from behind him from the rear, which there was a video of it, which there was a muzzle flash from behind glass. But still, glass breaking, it's also, there's so many rabbit holes to go down. I can't sit there and just put my, I hope the truth comes out one day. I can't put this cat in the box live or dead.
I can't either.
It's just
too many.
Just
too many possibilities.
Too many too fast. Not only that, it's too many too fast. It was like, here's what happened. Everyone's breaking it down, and within minutes or hours, there was 100 different conspiracies.
Guys with signs, hand signs, telling the shooter, all that stuff.
Black Ray said, I believe she wanted to take over Turning Point USA herself, which she has. There was also a rumor that Charlie was in the process of removing her from the will due to an affair she was having.
Let me see the will.
Did they have the will? All right, let's. Are we done listening to this kid, or are you going to finish it? I mean, his glistening face and his look maxing is
blinding me.
And anoint the new CEO, which is, of course, Erica Kirk.
I mean, that's what you're saying, Black
And
Ray.
I'm not going to listen to any billionaire's son that just sits there and watch videos all day and paints.
I mean, if you were a billionaire's son, what would you do with your life?
I would be doing something other than painting my fingernails.
Facts.
And I'm just saying, there's a million other things to do.
Because I'm not.
Why would I be podcasting if I was a billionaire son? You know what I mean? I wouldn't. I'd be enjoying myself.
I hope that's right.
Not with a M.
All right. Well, prenup. It's an N. I thought it was nump, like a nump.
No,
it's nup.
Prenup. There you go.
Did she have a prenup? Okay. Erica Kirk revealed she has not been pursuing custody rights for her children due to a net-worthy clause in her prenup agreement. Charlie Kirk. Hold on. What? Oh, that's from Facebook. I'm not going to take that. Okay. No evidence Charlie Kirk wrote Erica out of his will. That's from Yahoo. I can't believe Yahoo is still a thing. That's crazy. The rumor originated from a self-described satire account. No professional media organization reported a change in the prenup. Quicker stepping stone for her to go further. Exactly. Yeah. That.
Not without Charlie, she wouldn't.
Because he has no friends. What's crazy is
Erica Kirk was never going to go anywhere without Charlie, period. Charlie was the face. And without the face, you lose Turning Point. Until all these, uprisings of Turning Point chapters and all these colleges and stuff like that. That's where the next Charlie Kirk come from, not
do you
Erica.
think that... post-assassination that Turning Point USA has the same power, strength, and what it was before, or no?
Are we hearing the power of the voice of Charlie, or are we hearing the power of the voice of Charlie through the new chapters?
I'm a person that only knew Charlie Kirk through like clips, and it was either like clips he had made promoting him, or clips people made damning him. And I didn't know anything other than that. I thought the guy was, not a great person when I watched it all happen. And then to stop myself from being uneducated, I was like, okay, well, is the guy a piece of shit or not? And I went and watched as many full-length streams of his at every college that he did. And after watching it, I didn't think he was as a piece of shit as person as most people think he is if you're only watching a TikTok. Like watching the whole thing, it's like,
clips,
okay, well,
no
the dude's educated. The dude's not I would say not an asshole. I mean, like he can be, but it wasn't what you can't get someone's entire personality off of a TikTok video somebody else clipped or even he clipped. So, I mean, it wasn't the same thing.
Headline.
I think once his organization got closer to MAGA and Trump's administration, she didn't need him anymore, so she got rid of him. Damn.
It hurt her though. and Turning Point. So
yeah,
lose.
Damn. Well, that's a fucking rabbit hole.
That's
to go
the
down.
point.
I didn't align with his views,
lost.
but he did give the people who did a platform. But he did give the people who did a platform to stand on. I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree.
There was some things like he said that I didn't agree with, but there's some things he said I did agree with. So it was like when I'm looking at it that way, it's hard for me to be like everything. Like if there's two ways to look at something,
you didn't agree, or you just didn't like
if you judge people by their actions and not their words, and you judge them at face value, you have to really look at like who they are. For me, like when I looked at like the stuff that he did or was doing, I didn't believe that he was a complete piece of shit. I just didn't. After like watching it all, I was like, okay, well, he's not like all bad. And if you can't look at somebody that is doing good things and agree that they're doing good things just because you are mad about one thing they did, then you just have a bias and you're not going to agree that they can ever do something good because you already have demonized them in your head and you can't get past that.
Let me tell you, 50% of that biased was because he was evangelistic.
I would say some of it was because he was, and
straight to the point,
Christian, and some of it was because he was just so fucking blunt about some things that people can't take. They were talking about the day and age where like you can't say things because if it hurts someone's feelings. And you have to tiptoe and be considerate of people's feelings, and he didn't have
care.
that.
He didn't care,
and that's why
what would he care about people thinking what he said to believe to be true, and they just hated him for it?
I don't think there was a lot of hate in him. I'll say that. I don't think he had a lot of hate.
I don't think he had.
I mean, everyone says
hate.
hateful rhetoric, but I don't think it came from a place of hate. That's what I don't know.
Again, context matters.
Again, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't deep dive. All I knew of him before it happened was clips, and then afterwards, I went and watched like a lot of his shit.
Sure,
like, even
it
that
included context.
I went as far as down this rabbit hole as I watched all of his streams to learn more about who he was, and then when I did the whole Israel thing, I watched the history of Israel back to the Ottoman Empire, just so I had some sort of education and knowledge of what he was even talking about.
And he was just spitting factual stuff.
It was pretty based, some of it. Yeah. Okay. What are we talking about? Okay. I'm going to say this on this one. I'm going to leave it on the wheel.
Thank you.
I think, I definitely want to hear what Clay has to say about it. I kind of know already what Will has to say. And, I can't I'm going to say this is in the box for me. This cat is in the box. I can't open this box. I don't know if this cat is alive or dead. What am I leaning towards? Do I think that, did his wife, I mean, it's a horrible thing to think about that your wife had something to do with your death. Wouldn't be the first time in history, but it's a fucking horrible thing to even have to consider and talk about.
No, I'm sure most of these people watch true crime. So
True to the Crown. What is that?
True crime.
True crime. Oh, true crime. Yeah. A lot of true crime. People love true crime.
So
man.
it's not out of the ordinary to them people.
True crime documentaries are a big hit.
I love it. Most Dangerous Women, one of my favorite.
All right, let's see here. Unless I'm gonna make sure no one else has another tidbit they want to make before I spin the wheel of more. But how many assassinations in our government have been inside jobs?
Maybe all.
Probably more than we're aware of.
I was going to say earlier.
Every true crime watcher. I knew it, Black Ray.
I mean, when I was talking about JFK, I think they got the wrong guy.
I mean, I would say that when you look at presidential assassinations, and even more so, like, because like we've done in the first season of Schrödinger's Cast, we used to just record it. We didn't go live. We just recorded the three of us talking, and we posted it on YouTube. They're all there for you to see. A full year of us meeting up once a month and doing this. Along those lines, somewhere in one of those archived videos, we talked about not only, someone gets assassinated because it makes headline news because there's someone important, but the people that are getting assassinated or killed that you don't know, like when they take out an entire plane worth of people because one or two people were on it, is the crazier shit to me. Like, these group of people, I can't remember exactly specifically which one it was, but there was like something political going on, and two of the delegates were on a plane, and the entire plane just blew out of the sky. It's like, we're talking about assassinating people, and how many do we actually know? Would they, whoever would kill an entire plane worth of people to kill one person? I fucking hate the fact that I have to say, yeah, I think they would.
I think there's plenty of people that would do that.
Do you think JFK's driver killed him in your theory?
No, I think the backseat
That's what
rider.
She said, in her opinion, I've never heard that theory. I'm going to add that to the wheel.
Oh,
I've never
because
heard that theory
he
before.
went through his armpit with a gun and just got a really good shot. I think I seen like a little clip of that.
Assassin. I did it. Assassin.
Good job.
Hey,
English is growing on you.
Woo, where's it? Up. Hey, all right.
Crickets.
I'm gonna add that to the wheel for sure. I've never heard that theory before. I mean, you've heard the guy on the grassy knoll. You've heard of the guy from the book depository, which I've been to the book depository, which is crazy. Like seeing the actual angle from the window.
Pretty neat, huh?
Been on that street. It's fucking. I've been in Dallas, watched that whole thing. Like it's crazy. And I mean, that's a high profile assassination. While I don't think Charlie Kirk was as high of a profile assassination as a president, it still was in this day and age, and the fact that it happened the way that it did, and that publicly is fucking crazy. Like that's,
I would consider.
I don't like being in a
profile.
society where that's okay. You know what I mean? And whoever, you're allowed to think whatever you want about somebody, and I agree with that. Like you're allowed to have your opinions about whoever you want to have your opinions about. But when a dude gets shot in public, I mean, unless like the dude just stabbed 3 kids in public, that wouldn't be cheering for his death unless he did that. Like if I saw a dude, kill something or do something bad to children in public and then him get assassinated, I'd be like, good. But not like that. Not like that. That's just, we disagree or agree with the guy, but I don't think he deserves to die for that. And then
I
to
don't think
celebrate deaths
anybody's
and shit.
died like that.
Yeah. It's
Unless
publicly
they're
is that-
just
I didn't
doing
used to believe in
that
conspiracy
type of thing.
theories, but then I grew up. Facts. I will say I will say this when my brain opened to the fact of entertaining the ideas. It did start from what we were talking about last month, a week before. I mean, about weather modification. How I didn't believe. We're not controlling weather. It's all bullshit. And I had to read the actual documents for our own U.S. government that we were cloud seeding in Vietnam to disrupt their supply lines. We just talked about this 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, so it is possible. We have been doing it, and I'm just naive. And that was an eye opener. And then you have to be a little bit more open to. I love having all these guys on here, but specifically Will. Some things Will have said to me before, where he'll tell me something that he has heard or read or believes in, and it just seems so far out of the box to me that I almost think he's crazy. And then it starts happening, or they start
Kind of reels you in.
The curtain comes off, and it turns out it was real, and I'm just like, there's so many things he's told me that he believes in that, like, I mean, shit, the earth might be flat. The guy is that based, okay? The earth might be fucking flat for all I know, because everything he's told me keeps coming to light one after another. I'm just like, dude, you cannot discredit what this guy says. You cannot. True crime girl, true crime girly here. I knew you guys.
Hey.
I love it. All right. I guess we'll just keep spinning the wheel until we decide to give up.
I mean,
We're gonna be here as long as you are. How about that?
oh no. I gotta go to work in the morning. We need to respin. We
Do
can't
you want to
this.
respin?
Yeah, because I guarantee you will.
The only reason
and
we're gonna
Clay.
respin is because the guy that put this on the wheel is not here.
Yeah, we can't do this one. That was Will that put it on here, right?
Do you your brat pack to not be true crime girls? Whatever that word was.
Huh?
Do you expect your brat pack girls to not be true crime girls? I would expect nothing less, Black Red.
Absolutely.
I would expect nothing less. We're going to save Waco only because we'll put Waco on here. I don't want to talk about something that somebody else put on here because it was their topic. We're just going to respin.
True crime girls have a spunk.
Hey, you don't have to apologize to me for anything, girl. I put this on here, so I guess we're going to do it. It's not a super good topic. Okay, the reason I put this on here, the doomsday clock.
It's not came and
The
gone.
doomsday clock. The reason it's on here for me, what is it? Why do we have one? And what makes it change time? Do you know what the doomsday clock is? It just moved recently.
Yeah.
I like how it's like, what I like to have is like when we get better, what's the word? Animation abilities here, that we just have a doomsday clock in the background. That'd be sick.
So it's the doomsday. As of January 27, 2026, the doomsday clock is set at 85 seconds to midnight. The closest it has ever been to signaling link. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. Global catastrophe. Oh, a war. Maybe so. Oh, it's symbolic clock. Highlights threats from nuclear weapons, climate change, and artificial intelligence. All things that we have touched on.
Anything that can end us. The doomsday. I want ghosts. I'll give you some ghosts. You want to be haunted? So, created in 1947, the clock was initially set at 7 minutes to midnight. It acts as a metaphor to call to action and to warn the public and policymakers about existential threats. The clock has moved from 90 seconds to 85 seconds, heightening growing dangers from geopolitical tensions and rapid unchecked technology advancements. The most recent movement of the doomsday clock would be...
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, I want to see this real quick. Okay, so what is the doomsday clock? Let me pull this up bigger. I want it big.
Yeah, I can't read it. I'm old.
All right. That's beautiful.
That's grandpa style right there.
All right. Okay, so let me go down a little bit. Actually, just pull out just a tiny bit. All right.
Bottom left.
Does that comment count as a lemon cookie? The lemon cookie bite does not apply to this channel. Okay, I'm allowed to do whatever I want here, within reason. And there's no Grogu to stop me. I know that doesn't mean a lot to everybody else. Okay. Okay, so 1991, it was 17 minutes to midnight. The time is adjusted periodically based on factors such as nuclear threats, international conflicts, climate change, and other risks. 1995, what do you speculate that would have been in 1995? Well, do we have a breakdown of what it does? That'd be great. Iron Maiden gonna need to rewrite a song? I don't know the Iron Maiden song. Only the first 90 seconds is an Iron Maiden song? All right. So you have the dates of 91, 1995, 72, and 63. Okay, let's go all the way back to the beginning. Oh, wow. Those are reasons it's moved forward and backwards. Okay. 2017, 2019, 2018, and 1953. That's obviously going to be Cold War and COVID. 2016 and 2015. 1984 and 49. 49, I believe, was... No, they dropped the atom bomb in 46, right?
Okay.
Sorry, nukes aren't real, right? Strongest nukes aren't real.
So I went to the 91, 95, 62, and 63 conflicts. Okay.
Lay it on me, brother.
And those are, so they're significant and distinct international conflicts and wars, including the Gulf War, Yugoslav War, and the Sino-Indian War.
Okay, so a lot of them come from wars.
Yes.
And those were what dates?
So you got 91, 95, 62, and 63. 90 to 91 was Iraq's invasion of Kuwait.
Okay.
That's 90. That was that's Operation Desert
Instead
Storm.
of a clock, it's more of a temperature gauge of the
escalation.
Yeah.
So we're almost imminent at that point.
What is the most recent move? I know it just moved. Like I think I put it on there. No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, right there it was at the top of there.
What is it?
See it top right on that diagram. Oh wait.
Let me go
That's
back.
25.
No, okay. Let's go to the actual website. Maybe it's now 85 seconds to midnight.
Well, we're way off then. We're doing good.
How long is this video?
We're doing good, right?
I don't know.
The higher the number, the better, right?
It was 17 minutes to midnight. 85 seconds seems fucking terrible. What do you mean?
Well, the one I just read off was 2 seconds from midnight.
Okay, this is an hour-long video. We're not doing that.
You know what I mean?
2 seconds is crazy.
The 4 I read off.
When was that?
That's
Cold War?
The Kuwait and Iran. That was the Desert Storm.
Damn.
That was...
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
On January 27, 2026, the doomsday clock was set to 85 seconds to midnight, the closest the clock has been to midnight in its history.
Okay, so the lower the number, the further away.
Okay. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists Science and Security Board, SASB, which sets the clock, called for urgent actions to limit the nuclear arsenal, create international guidelines and the use of AI, and form multilateral agreements to address global climate threats, global biological threats. So it had to do with nuclear war and AI. Put us 85 seconds to midnight, you know?
Maybe I just misinterpreted the ranges of 85 seconds. 85 seconds seems farther away than 2 seconds, right?
I don't know. It only takes one fat ass to put me 2 seconds to midnight. The bulletin, okay, so since its debut in 1947, most recent in 2026, we moved from 89 seconds to midnight to 85 seconds to midnight. Every time it's reset, we flooded questions about international recognized symbols. Here are the answers to some of those most recent questions. Who created the doomsday clock? These are all my questions. Co-editor Hyman Goldsmith asked artist Martel Langsford to come up with a design. Okay, that's the
Hyman.
First, okay, that's just the artistry of it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's all of them right here. Recent clock changes. Thank you. A year ago, we warned that the world was perilously close to global disaster and that any delay in reversing course increased the probability of catastrophe. Rather than heed this warning, Russia, China, and the United States and other major countries have instead become increasingly aggressive, adversarial, and nationalistic. Hard-won global understandings are collapsing, accelerating a winner-takes-all great power competition and undermining the international cooperation critical to reducing the risk of nuclear war, climate change, and misuse of biotechnology. They keep saying biotechnology and potential threat of artificial intelligence. I'm wondering if those two are not like symbiotic.
Symbiotic, yeah. I was about to say something.
Other apocalyptic dangers. For a basis, we did start this whole podcast because of the apocalypse. Like
end all be all. Huh?
Yeah, and they had a much more religious base in it. I think a lot of us and I think everyone feels like the world is going to end in their lifetime at some point when you get older. Especially you get older, you have kids, you think the world's going to end in your lifetime. I think it's just something that you deal with. Your existential threat in existence, but. I don't want to be right that the world is going to end in my lifetime. I don't want to be right on that, but I don't think it's a far stretch.
Sometimes I believe that this doesn't mean like end of the world. I think it means
the end of the world as you know it. If you're coming at a religious base, it could be the end of the world as you know it. The current state of what you know.
End of superpowers, certain superpowers with nuclear capabilities.
I mean, if we're talking about weather, right now we're talking about the reason it moved is nuclear weapons, climate change, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. Those are the four horsemen. Did not mean to make that pun. Of what could possibly be the end of our times.
Nuclear powers are all threatening to escalate. Okay. Russian-Ukraine war, border crossing missile attacks. Nuclear brinkmanship, sorry. Okay, so Iran, where I lost it right there. United States and Israel, they all three have nuclear capabilities.
I have to remember.
Okay, so it was right.
C is small. Apologize for that.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Let me get bigger for you.
So it's saying that I kind of get it. There's two or more in most instances of atomic and or nuclear type destruction powers coming together in a war. So we got Iran, Israel, United States right now, right?
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just seeing what the.
And we also had Ukraine and Russia. Do they have nuclear capabilities? Russia, maybe.
Russia, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, how far did they go? Kind of like Iran. Iran supposedly can go further than what was documented or told to us.
If I'm not mistaken, and we have the largest arsenal on the planet, the U.S. does, but Russia has the largest nuclear weapon as far as damage.
But capability to get to where you want to damage,
bomb, I believe.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the capability to get there.
Yeah, the Tsar bomb is the largest nuclear weapon. And it is,
50 to 58 megal.
10 times more
megatons.
powerful than Hiroshima.
Huh.
And then of course, the Russia, United States, and other countries, they have the ability to put this anywhere on the planet anytime they want to.
So it was constructed and tested. It's the biggest one ever constructed and tested. But is it a threat? Can it go somewhere?
Oh, absolutely. We can put people into space. We can put this bomb into space, and that's all you need to get it somewhere else.
That's interesting. I've never looked into this little.
I've watched a really cool thing to watch would be, which is this video. I'm remind myself to get this video up. Video nuclear. Over the history of time, this is every nuke that was dropped. Okay, so. Real quick, let me go back to this one. Okay, so obviously we realized the doomsday clock, what it is, why it moves, why it's moved in the past, and why it's moved just recently. It's not a specific thing. It's just the possibility of the current world state.
Okay.
When it comes to nuclear bombs, this is the map of how many there are and when they've been dropped and where.
There's 9 countries that have nuclear capabilities.
So I've watched this video more than once. So this will tell you every bomb dropped in history, where it was dropped, even testing. And then how many have been dropped by us and them, or them meaning anybody other than the U.S. I'm going to circle back to this for strongest on Rumble that said that nukes aren't real. I wonder what you mean by that, to be honest, like as far as like the science of, or you just think it's a bomb, but it's like, we'll have to get into that. I put it on the wheel, but if you want to bring it up, I'll talk to you about it. So you have UK, you have the US dropping over 200 already. This is just 1962.
Russia's right behind, or USSR.
Dude, it says
right
us and Russia have more nukes than anybody else. And Russia has used way more than we ever have, I think. So there's them dropping them in like Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, there's been like
on the map.
There's over 2,000.
Tsar bomb got dropped in 1961. There's the test site of the Tsar bomb.
There's over 2,000 nuclear bomb testing.
Yeah, 50,000 kilotons.
China had the first test. That's cool. And then they only went a little bit. India has only got one in by 1978. It started when? 64.
What's crazy is when you get into like the 80s, 90s, and the later dates. Like obviously, U.S. has dropped 1,000 by now. France on the board. China. India.
What's
and one
the unknown?
Why is there an unknown?
Right.
I'm sorry. What?
French Polynesia.
Why is there an unknown?
France. Where is that unknown? I don't see it on the
French
map.
Polynesia, 1966 and 96. Dude, I will say we've dropped more bombs than anybody else at the moment.
Why
US
quit
is,
showing the why is the stuff cutting in and out? Because I want to know the unknown.
The unknown?
That's messing me up.
Well, if it's unknown, I will look it up after this.
Pakistan didn't get a test until 98.
Is it going to add any more countries to the list or no?
Probably not. There should be
North
9.
Korea? Okay, there's
3,
the
4,
first North
5,
Korea
6.
nuclear test was in 2006.
Oh, hold it there. I got you right here. I'm fixing to tell you the unknown.
Lay it on me.
There's
brother.
only 9 countries that had nuclear capability.
Okay.
We'll see which one's missing.
It's crazy that something this destructive has been used this many times.
Okay, you got Russia,
Thousands
United
of bombs
States,
dropped.
China, France,
Okay.
the United Kingdom,
Okay.
Pakistan,
Yep.
India, Israel.
Israel would be the unknown then. Is it on this
There you
list?
go, right there. And North Korea.
Why is Israel the unknown?
That's a good,
It's a very good question.
maybe a good will.
And if it's unknown, where was it dropped?
Well, I was looking for the purple, but I didn't see it pop up because of
So the late
Kim Jong-un
2000s
over here,
were all late 2010s or early 2010s was all North Korea testing,
Yes.
and Russia and us seem to
Continuing.
have stopped. We all stopped.
Probably China too.
Okay.
China had
Wow.
the first one and they only ended with 48.
Damn, that's a lot of nukes, bro. That's a lot of nukes. An array of adverse trends also dominate the climate change outlook in the past year. The level of atmospheric carbon dioxide, greenhouse gas responsible for human-caused climate change. It's interesting to say human-caused. Reach a new high, rising to 150% of pre-industrial levels. Global average temperatures in 2024. So did you see the thing where I think it was Bill Gates that said, there's two thoughts of theory for me on this. That climate change isn't as important as you think it is now. And there's two reasons behind it. One is because political reasons. Two is because it's already too fucking late. Our efforts are a lost cause.
No, I haven't seen that.
What would you call that when you change your mind about something? Bill Gates
Pivot
advocates
and
for
change of
strategic,
view?
a pivot. There we go. Pivot in climate change action, arguing while climate change is a serious issue, it's not an existential threat to humanity.
Pivot.
The same guy that's bought up more farmland than anybody ever.
And well, there's a couple with him, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe like Oprah. Land value, anyways, Oprah.
Let me do this. I want to look up.
She got caught trying to buy Hawaii.
Let me just ask something that's gonna break it all down for me. I mean, I like to do a lot of searching, but this should all put everything in one place for me.
Gonna use Grok.
I like using my tools.
We gotta get me a new chair. I can't stand these arm things.
I told you it was terrible.
This thing.
That's the first chair I bought. I spent $150 on that chair.
Yeah, you should have gave. They should have given you
sent it
$100 back. This thing is ruining me.
All right. I was probably going to think it for a second.
Sometimes I hate looking up this stuff.
Well,
because all it does is calculate what we've been told, and that really bothers me.
well, no, the way I look at it is so like I can sit there and search and read articles. What I want is basically all my articles put in one place, and I can reference them. This is like, instead of me going and Googling 100 things, 100 people Googling it, and then their responses.
Yeah, you can hear at that point.
Okay, so according to science.nasa.gov, yes, unequivocally is real and overwhelming, supported by scientific evidence. Multiple independent lines of data from ground measurement satellites, ice cores, tree rings, and ocean records show that Earth is warming at an unprecedented rate. Human activity is the principal cause. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change states that scientific evidence of warming the climate system is unequivocal, and human influence has evolved from theory to established fact.
And here's where I get. Well, here's why I disagree with that. Remember the other week we was talking about Russia melting
The ice, the
east,
permafrost,
on the east side or the west side? It was
Russian
the west,
permafrost, yeah.
the western part of
The
Russia.
Russian permafrost, yeah.
But then other countries are also getting colder. So I mean, climate change is real, but it's ever
Climate change doesn't result in everything heating. It results in
it's ever changing. That's Earth.
Well, no, so
That's why I don't believe
the Earth heating up by climate change will result in an ice age, not like everything getting hot, because you're gonna have the ice caps melting. the ocean levels going higher with warmer temperatures, which will cause the weather to change, which will cause an adverse effect of colder weather, not hotter weather.
Which would lead me to believe.
I could be wrong. I'm not a climate scientist.
Lead me to believe that it's just a cycle of Earth. It's not change. It's the same shit.
It could be a cycle of Earth, but what this is inferring is that we're the one implementing it. It's our fault. We're doing it earlier than it would have done naturally.
Well, who else is going to do it? I mean, we're here.
Yeah. I got you.
I mean, what can we do about it? Go back to 97% hunting and pillaging and not having electricity and. I mean, what are we going to do about it?
Human-caused climate change is happening, with some studies showing over 99% agreement in peer-revered literature. To the lady we watched on the last stream, peer-revered, not the redcoats are coming. This is based on decades of observation, not opinions. Natural factors are clipping and quoting. You can clip and quote whatever you want, as long as I get what I want. The clips. Primarily driver in this enhanced greenhouse effect. Certain, okay. I mean, I understand that I'm a science guy. So when I hear the peer-revered and 99% peer-revered, I said a D, and 99% of scientists agreeing on it, I agree that it is a thing. I also know that one gigantic volcanic explosion puts more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere than we've done almost in our entire time here, I believe, is very close.
There's
to
that year again, 700+ thousand.
So we're basing this on parts per million of the Earth's atmosphere.
Look at that
the
years.
Earth's atmosphere.
800,000 years.
How do we know that?
That's what I'm saying.
How do we know
it goes
like
again. It was 721,000 years.
What Gum said earlier. What Gum said earlier. Let me go back and quote what Gum said earlier. I love to do that.
It's just really killing me.
Because he said something very, very factual, like based in scientific data.
Is it right there? Yeah, go down. You just missed it. I think it had 1 million years on it. You're almost there. Right there.
Oh, that was the speech of people. It was the way that you would know this is
who was it? Gum?
Yep.
Gum, help us out. You know what you said. I don't know. It just that number keeps on popping up.
He said that basically the measurements of the tools that we use to measure it. Like
carbon dating.
Not carbon dating. Radio something dating. Or it was. We somehow through. I'm not a geologist either. Somehow we know that 800,000 years ago, based on the Earth's crust, everything that happened, the dig down far enough, we can kind of tell what happened over the time. That's how we know.
But that's our educated guess.
Scientific data guess. Thank you, Demon Ducky. Radiometric dating.
Thank you.
You are just the best. Radiometric dating. And while I agree, I tend to agree with most scientific data, because it's not just like, oh, one guy comes up with this and say it's facts. Other people look at it and try to poke holes in it. If they can poke holes in it, then it goes nowhere. If 100 people can't poke holes in it and find any holes, then it becomes, a thing. And I agree with that. That's a great way to judge. Because then if something changes and everyone agrees it changes, you have to agree with the change. Like Pluto not being a planet anymore, or we have new evidence, so we change our minds based on new evidence. You can't just believe in one thing forever without new evidence. If new evidence is produced and you don't change your mind, that's not a good thing.
Right there, hundreds of thousand years. Okay, so over the past 800,000 years, Earth has gone through about 8 cycles. So every 100,000 years, 8 cycles of ice ages and warmer interglacial periods. I think that's just, like I said earlier, it's a healing event.
I mean, I think we don't think we've been around long enough to know what cycles the Earth goes through down to a calendar. Like that.
But the last ice age was 11,700 years ago. So we still got... we got 88,300 years to go until the next one. So what are we worried about?
So after the industrial age, Warming became rapid and clearly detectable. Fossil fuels after fossil fuels explodes after World War II. The rate of warming since 1975 has been more than 3 times the average term since 1850.
I wonder if those are the effects of what had happened to now, and not just us causing it now and every day. It's, you know, the wars and the testing.
I think if you can look at a graph, I think you can see something's fucking going on here.
There's a graph.
Yeah, I mean,
that's Berkeley. I'll look at that.
Okay, that says something, and this is 1960. This is 1940, 1970. Boom, 1970. Boom. I mean, there's obviously something going on. In summary, climate change is real. It's happening now, and it's primarily human caused. The greenhouse emissions. Natural variability has always existed. That's what we're talking about. The Earth doing it on its own. But it has been overwhelmed by our activities since the mid-20th century. The timeline shows a sharp, unprecedented spike in recent decades against a backdrop of slower natural changes over millennia. Continued emissions will drive further warming, but the science is clear on both reality and the primary cause, us. So one other thing is, like, is the doomsday clock moving, AI, all that shit? It might just be too late. Don't look up, you know, like they might have already said, fuck it, it's too late. You know, it's we can't change it. We can't reverse it. We're along for the ride, and now we're doing damage control.
Yeah, well, too late, or is it just always been inevitable? Again, it's a cycle of
I think
Earth,
maybe the second we learned how to use, you know, fossil fuels, it became inevitable.
Well, again, who said 100,000 years ago that we weren't using fossil fuels?
100,000 years ago? I mean,
we got all sorts of.
If you believe in a previous
civilization that was smarter than us and lost technology, we
which
do.
I kind of do. Matrix theory flipped. You know, we've been here more than once before.
Yeah, why don't we use those Tesla type engineered buildings that have the?
I agree.
Okay, see what I'm saying? Like, how do we not know that this is just a cycle of all time?
I appreciate you, Demon. Well, unless you got anything else, I'm gonna call it.
Well, let's call it because.
Okay. So a huge thank you and shout out to everyone that was engaged in helping us out tonight with all the comments on Facebook. Chase and Sandra, you are truly appreciated. John, Black Ray, and everyone on YouTube.
Thank you.
Huge, extreme shout out, obviously, of course, to you guys that donated money. You guys are appreciated. I did see a couple come in while we were streaming. I don't know why the alert didn't go off. I'll fix that later. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Demon Ducky, Black Ray, you guys are absolutely amazing. Strongest on Kick or Rumble, I will reach out and added your comment to the wheel. Well, thank you for contributing to the show. And Gum, of course, as well, man. All your input is greatly appreciated. You guys are absolutely amazing. Give us your conspiracy theories, your topics, your events, whatever you like to see us talk about, and join us in talking about them, including, you know, ghost or cryptozoology. I can't wait to learn more about it. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning into Schrödinger's Cast, where everything is true and untrue until it is observed. Hope to see you guys next week, Wednesday at 7 Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you.
Goodbye.